once again. Everything that start gotta end. So don't waste time, get it in. Why wait? Say it tomorrow, but you got today. Put them excuses away. Pick up the pace. If you really want it, then you gotta chase. Hey, I need a whole lot of space, make some room. I gotta prove that I'm nothing like you. And I'ma do it. If it's in the way, then we going through it. Like a Peloton, gotta keep it moving. Talk is too cheap, you just gotta do it. You ain't gotta like it cause it's stats approved. Only one way. Gotta bring it straight to their face. Ain't nobody safe. Plus it's only one first place. Know what that means? This ain't a fight, it's a war. We focus on up in the score. If you think you better than battle. If you really with it, then battle. Just battle. If you think you better than battle.
Let's get it.
Only first place finishes, so I seek and destroy every one of my nemesis. My power limitless, and my scorecard is perfect, it don't have no blemishes. No apologies, cause I ain't ya, it's just my nature that makes me a different type of creature. I'm a bitcher, bonafide gamer. Before you play me, better read the disclaimer. I'm that force to be reckoned with. I know your mama didn't warn you, you shouldn't be messing with. You don't compare to me. We're not the same, there's no similarity. Moment of clarity, you should be scared of me. Run all, you'll never get rid of me. So incredibly outdone. If we go to war, I'm the one you can't outrun.
Only one way. Gotta bring it straight to their face. Ain't nobody safe. Plus it's only one first place. Know what that means? This ain't a fight, it's a war. We focus on up in the score. If you think you better than battle. If you really with it, then battle. Just battle. If you think you better than battle. Just battle. If you really with it, then battle. Just battle. If you think you better than battle me. When it's time to ball. We back in the field, we ready, it's time. It's nothing but hustle inside of the huddle, you know that I grind. A dangerous mind, a weapon of choice when pushing the line. Go overtime and I won't break when it's crunch time. My end game is number one. Bet it all, give me my cash. Supreme game, can't stop it. Take off like a rocket. Break it back, don't bend mine. I'm the one now, you can't hide. Legendary like legacy. This is our moment, our time. This is our moment. This is our time. Time is now. It's time to rise. This is our moment. This is our time. The time is now. It's time to rise. Yeah. Coming for glory. We ready for war. The city's behind us. We giving you more. We ready whenever. The world is watching. The time is now. No other option. No other way. Play to win the way that we play. Destined for greatness, born to be great, ahead of the game. In front of the pack, leading the way, it's time to reign. The kingdom's here, this is our year. Been to the bottom, ain't nothing to feel, we running the game. Rushing the field, for every yard, on every play. Nobody's safe, rise when we fall, but never stay down. The champs is here, doing it for the town. This is our moment, this is our time. The time is now, it's time to rise. This is our moment, this is Side moment. A side time. Feet in the dirt. Nose to the ground. Like the crack of dawn. You can't stop the shine. Moment after moment. Day after day. It's side time. Lock and loaded, it's time for war. Ha. Tear down, kick in the door. Yeah, I want it all, give me some more. Ha. I want it all, give me some more. I want it all, give me some more. Yeah. Kill them all, it's time for war. It's time for war. Like pandemonium, I set it off. Yeah. Sacrifice, I bear the cross. Legendary, I'm a big dog. Hard knock on the front line. Pure blood, my bloodline. Headshots the first time. My aim good, bullseye. Warfare. Don't play fair, don't play fair. You not sure? Don't go there, I'm right here. No fear, I'm ready to go at top speed. No brick wall can block me. No army can stop me. Yeah, I want it all and I can't lose. I came far and I won't stop. This my time, I pay dues. Yeah, it's war time and I won't retreat. I want it all, give me some more. I kill them all, won't taste defeat. Now bow down at the king's feet. It's time for war. I want it all, give me some more. Kill them all, it's time for war. Kill them all, it's time for war. It's time for war.
From the beautiful Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, the virtual track in the volunteer state of Tennessee, I've had a privilege of announcing many races there, like the All-American 400, the North-South Super Late Model Challenge, and more. It is the side of the next round of the Maine Sim Racing Series, iRacing on LSRTV. Good evening. We welcome you to the Blanchard's Towing 125. Hope you've all had a great Christmas. Getting ready for a new year as the new year of 2023 is upon us in the next couple of days. And we welcome you to coverage of what is the final iRacing broadcast on LSR TV for 2022. I'm Wesley Outland, joined alongside, back again from Florida, Taylor Burris, Charles Wooten in the LSR TV production. I'm sorry, he's in Texas. My apologies. He mentioned Homestead, Miami. So hell, I thought he was from Florida. He is from Texas as well, with Charles Wooten in Wichita Falls. Taylor, how far do you live from Charles? Can you pump him in the head for me?
I'll try to see what I can do. I think he's probably at least a good couple hours west of where I am. So we'll have to figure something out here in the near future.
Well, that's worth the drive to give him a head slap and get some Whataburger.
True that. I'll have to agree with you on there. But, hey, it's great to be here tonight for the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. This track here, very exciting. Always going to put on a great show here. This 0.6 of a mile circuit, really high banks here, is going to put on one heck of a show tonight.
Yeah, this track is actually 5/8 of a mile, believe it or not. It used to be the same size of what would be like the North Wilkesboro Speedway or even the now dormant closed Myrtle Beach Speedway, which is still on the virtual iRacing sim. And these drivers are ready to go here for the alphabet soup. That includes qualifying. As a matter of fact, speaking of the race information, there it is. Practice session ongoing, getting ready for qualifying, coming up in about 3 minutes or less. And then we've got long qualifying to determine the heat races. The heat races will determine the lineup, and that last chance qualifier should be an exciting one to make it into the field for the Blanchards Towing 125. Again, here tonight, the final race of the 2022 season for iRacing on LSRTV. It's super late models at its finest. You're going to see speed. You're going to see some daring moves. I think we'll see some three-wide racing if the opportunity presents itself, Taylor. And this is the opportunity with a track that will provide just like that.
Well, I mean, compared to where we were last night over at the Oxford Plains for the Crown Jewel Series, this place here is wide open spaces. This is where we're going to see, like you said, that three-wide action, even possibly a little bit of four-wide if they get the opportunity to present itself when we get further and further into the runs, especially maybe in those LCQs for drivers who are trying to punch their way into the feature race here tonight. But really, it's all about trying to find momentum. You can try to build up as much as you can here and try to work that middle groove in the early stages to have your shot of working your way up to the field.
Let's take a look at the Kaufman Creative weather conditions as we have the on the bottom right here showed up on your monitor. The virtual sim at Nashville, air temp at 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It'll be a daytime race. Wind speed at 11 miles per hour. Just dropped down to 10. Just dropped down to 9. So a little bit of wind, not much. And then the track temperature is 112 degrees. Partly cloudy skies, which means it'll be sunny. It'll be partly cloudy. It'll be sunny. It'll be partly cloudy. That can really cause some handling effects on these cars here tonight, no doubt, Taylor.
It certainly is. It's going to provide a lot of handling here. The cars are going to be a little bit slick, sometimes a little bit sideways off the corner because of how hot the track is going to be. So they're going to have to make sure they make some adjustments with the wedge, make some adjustment with their tire pressure to make sure that they grip up here around Nashville.
Yeah, just outside the Music City here again. Beautiful racetrack. By the way, you see the hashtag NASCAR to Nashville. That is something that's been ongoing continuously for the last couple of years, is to try to find a way to bring NASCAR Cup Series, Xfinity, and trucks back to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Hopefully one day that'll happen. But one thing for certain, on the virtual iRacing sim, you will be able to experience the excitement that is the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. I've done a lot of cool events here for Racing America, formerly known as Speed 51 TV. I've done stuff with the MAV TV Motorsports Network here at Nashville. That is an awesome racing facility, and no doubt. By the way, if you're looking to get into producing or announcing, message us directly on Facebook or at livesimracingtv.com. A new year is upon us, and we move into a decade of your leader of the home for sim racing. Get on board if you'd love to join us. We'd like to have new producers, new announcers, new talent like Taylor Burris and others, and just continuing to sweeten the pot for an upcoming 2023 10th anniversary season for not only the Northwest Racing Series truck division. And Taylor, I know you're excited for that, man. For season 10, you'll be joining me in the broadcast booth for the truck series in 2023. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to it here. And, of course, it works really good with our scheduling. And can't wait to come out to call the 10th anniversary. You don't really hear that with a lot of leagues and series, making it 10 years in their respective series. And it's great to see one of those series continuing on for 10 years on the iRacing service.
Yeah, no doubt. The Northwest Racing Series will be fun and exciting. Follow them on social media as well as at LSRTV. At iRacing as well to keep up with all the information on that special series season coming up in 2023. And it's also the 10th anniversary year of iRacing on LSRTV. They got a new logo they're working on for the new season as well. As practice has now concluded, they've got about 3 minutes, Taylor Burris, to put down their best lap on the 5/8 mile to lock themselves in for the qualifying to go in for these heat races later tonight.
They certainly do, and a lot of them are already making their way out for their lone qualifying attempt right there. There you see the 82 of Dominic Currett, who's heading out onto the track to set his first flying lap around the circuit. You want to try to get those tires up, heated, ready to go. Maybe try a little bit of a higher line, build some momentum before you dive in. There you see Dominic doing so to get his first flying lap kicked off here today.
Yeah, trying to get some speed and warmth in the tires to have a pretty good solid lap. This is his dead lap, as he'll now officially go on the clock. We'll see what Dominique Curtin can do. As right now, Jack McKee. Well, it looks like Dominique just ain't happy with it right now. He'll have to get a reset and try to come back out here again. Now we see Cody Billings roaring down the front straightaway in his Fury Race Cars number 23 machine. I love these chassis. I love super late models. They're just so fun to watch. A novelty here on iRacing to see what they do as Nick Dyer unofficially now goes to the top of the board. Nathan Barth, Adam Jocelyn, Brian Conover, Jack McKee in the top 5. Cody Billings just put himself on the clock in the top 15 with an 18.641. He'll get another lap, but they got 90 seconds less to get a time put down to determine where they'll be in the alphabet soup for the heat races. Taylor off turn 4. Here comes Billings to the line.
Here he comes across the line in 18.41. That's going to be good enough for P12 at the moment, but that's not going to be as strong to get a top 10 to move on and guarantee his spot into the feature race here tonight, as Alan Grath and Matthew Burgoyne coming around the circuit in that number 38.
Yeah, we just saw the Chevrolet bow tie machine of Alan Billings making a time, and here comes now Matthew Burgoyne. A solid couple of top 5 finishes in the season this year for that Chevrolet as he roars down the front straightaway. We'll see what Matthew Burgoyne will put on the board. Second fast as an 18.123 puts him at second on the board here in qualifying, and they've got less than 45 seconds to go. Here comes Ed Conley roaring at speed past the start-finish line, put him in the top 25. He's got to pick it up at 18.685, 18.685. He's got one more lap to try to get it done.
Ed Conley will dive it down to the bottom of the racetrack, watches up the track a little bit too high right there. He will get a...
And he's got to really pick up or ups to 18.756, 18.756 for Ed Connolly. And I think right now he's just getting some extra laps now, just trying to warm the car up as time is about to expire in qualifying. Andrew McLaughlin, does he got enough time in the 266? Can he get on the clock? He comes to the line. I think they're going to let this time count. No, they will not. And that will wrap up qualifying just like that. Qualifying is done, and we're ready to determine the field with the heat races and the last chance qualifier here for the next round of the Blanchard's Towing 125 for the Maine Sim Racing Series tonight at the virtual Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Understanding there will be 3 heat races, and here is your starting lineup for heat race number 1. Caleb Willett will be on the pole in the number 60. To the outside, Dylan Turner in car 19. Row 2 will find Tyler Jordan in 29. Stephen Allen to the outside in 75. Row 3 will find Cody Varell in the number 1. Dan DeSanto in the 86. And the final row of row 4 is the rest of the lineup being done by Taylor is Chris Fortier in 11. Tyler Learman will start 8th in 17.
And then, of course, rounding out the rest of the field in that row number 5, Sean Kimball and William Barkers, as 10 cars will take the track here today for 20 laps in your first heat race here tonight.
Oh, my apologies, buddy. I thought there was going to be like a 15-car field there. My bad, giving you only one row to do.
All good.
I'm sorry about that. So next time I'll do a row, you do a row, then I'll do a row here. Or at least I'll do a lineup, and then you do a lineup to make it fair. So they're ready. They're ready to go. We're ready to see what these drivers can do. As I believe, Charlie, what is it, Charles? Top 4 transfer in from the heat races? Top 4? 3 heats. Okay, I'm understanding that's the top 3. There's that beautiful skyline of the Nashville Music City building and the Twin Towers and all of the buildings and skyscrapers down from the aerial view of the track. And just waiting for a couple more cars to get in staging. And we'll be ready to go here. By the way, the All-American 400 is one of the big crown jewel events of super late model racing. It will be back in 2023. Of course, Halloween weekend. Make your plans to be there at Nashville. Hands down, one of the most awesome racetracks. Most recently getting a lot of notoriety with coverage of the SRX Racing Series for 2 years in a row. In addition to that, also the ARCA Series has raced here, the ARCA Menard Series. And again, trying so hard to get NASCAR to make the return back to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Our broadcast coverage is, of course, presented by the Press Box Motorsports Podcast that is returning in 2023, debuting on your Facebook and YouTube platforms of racing on LSRTV, Motorsports Podcast Show. And, of course, in addition to that, thanks to Kaufman Creative for joining us, as well as Blanchard's Towing, the title sponsor for the Maine Sim Racing Series, tonight's round of racing at Nashville. 5/8 of a mile, lights off on the pace car, a virtual packed grandstand in the Music City, ready to go for heat race number 1. Top 3 transferring into the A-Main later tonight for the Blanchard's Towing 125 as Caleb Willett, along with Dylan Turner on the front row, along with Jordan and Allen, DeSanto, Verrill, and others ready to bring the field 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 to the green flag. Taylor Burris, we're ready to go in heat number 1.
Here they come out of turn number 4. Barney the flagman waves the green flag. We're racing for heat race number 1 at Nashville, and already you see Caleb Willett get a great jump on the field as it's going to go single file for your top 3, but the 75 of Stephen Allen right there in hot pursuit as he hits the wall.
A 20-lap shootout to determine the top 3 in the heat races. A little running up the racetrack. Up high, hold on there to it. Saves it, lap number 1. Give it to Caleb Willett. A lot of crazy racing going on in the back of the pack. It's aggressive. We're taking 3 in the opening laps on turn 2.
Getting into turn 3 and 4 right now, it's Tyler Jordan who holds that coveted third position. He wants to get a little bit of a cushion, though, as he tries to get around Dylan Turner in the 19 machine as they head off into 1. Turner tries to show the nose on Caleb Willett as you ride on board with him out of 2.
Yeah, Dylan Turner right now trying to make that run in for that spot. He's in the number 2 position right now, just in front of him in the crosshair of the leader, Caleb Willett, the red machine, moving inside, down to the bottom. Little dirt tracking there for the leader a moment ago as we still ride on board with Dylan Turner, trying to find a move to get around him as Tyler Jordan now moves into the number 3 spot. He's got Verrill DeSanto to deal with as the field works off turn number 4 to complete lap 3.
Here they come across the start-finish line here. 5 laps in the books for him as Jordan will hold that third position. He currently has about an 0.8 of a second lead over Cody Verrill in the number 1 machine, who's trying to chase him down here as they work their way back into turn 3 and 4, nose to tail. No pressure right now for your top 3.
Chris Fortier getting a little high up in the marbles, if you will, working out of turn number 4. He saves the car. The driver hooks the bottom of the racetrack with the Canadian flag on the number 11 machine as he still continues to fight that race car. Tyler Learman in his crosshairs. He's trying to run down the machine of Stephen Allen as they work their way across the start-finish line. That battle heats up inside the top 5 out of turn 2.
Down the back straightaway, those two will go side by side. Here's a crossover move right there by Fortier, trying to get around Stephen Allen, who's got it a little bit banged up right there as they come off of turn number 4 now. Can't quite seem to find the opening he needs, but he will still try to work his way up through the field as we approach halfway.
13 to go here as the field is, again, approaching halfway. There's that 11 machine of 48 looking now to make it a 2-for-1 special on Allen and DeSanto. It's down to the bottom of the racetrack. There goes Dylan Turner. They make contact.
Trouble in turn 2.
Jordan jumps up to the lead. They hold on to it. We thought it was going to be trouble. It was in the front of the pack for the leaders. They still go racing. No harm, no foul. Wow.
With that, Caleb Willett drops out of the transfer spots to move on now as Cody Verrill will take over that third position. And now it is a 2-car breakaway of Jordan and Turner over the rest of the field.
Man, a heated battle for position going on just a moment ago. And they come to the line. It'll be halfway this time by. Cross flags in the air. 10 down and 10 to go with Jordan. Tyler Jordan now the leader, but not for long. Tyler Jordan under company by Dylan Turner. That goes on to the back straightaway. His third place car slams the outside wall. Cody Verrill now losing ground on those cars. He opens the door for Caleb Willett to get back to the transfer spot as they go to 1.
Heading down as you ride on board with your race leader, Tyler Jordan, trying to hold off Dylan Turner as the 19 tries to poke his way through. He'll scrape the wall off turn 2 and has to gather it back up. Meanwhile, Caleb Willett will hold on to that third position for the time being, but it's still going to be a tall order for him as he has a bunch of hungry drivers still right there on him.
Yeah, holding on to that top spot again, working their way off of turn number 4. They come to the line. It'll be 7 to go this time by. There's the man now, Dylan Turner, the Exalta machine, up to the P1 spot. Top 3 transferred. It's Turner, Jordan, Willett right now, the top 3. And they're all single file for the moment. For how far will it go? There's a lot of aggressive driving's been going on as Jordan slaps the outside wall, get a little concrete dust from the tire, and we got a caution out of the racetrack. DeSanto with a problem in 86. Caution out. Yellow flag will fly, and this will set up a shootout here in heat race number 1. And there's DeSanto already crashing. We get another replay of it here as the 86 machine. He's around Allen. Some more cars, and there you see, I think Allen might have given him a shot there, if you don't mind me saying so. No, correction. Actually, he just lost it.
Tough break for DeSanto, as he will have to go to the LCQ by the looks of it. That's some significant damage to the nose of that number 86. He will move back up into P8 right now, but still a tough break for DeSanto. But for Jordan and Turner, those two are now going to have to worry about a hungry Caleb Willett, who will be definitely driving angry after those 3 made contact and sent Caleb almost outside looking in.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He will be after him. 5 laps to go here in heat race number 1. I'm not sure if I think they do let caution laps count. Although we're going to try to at least get a restart here, as 4 laps to go now goes on the ticker here. And we will settle up at least a 3 or 2 lap shootout here in heat race number 1. Top 3, Dylan Turner, Tyler Jordan, Caleb Willett are right now the drivers that are going to go to the A main if they can hold on to make it into the Blanchard's Towing 125 for the Maine Sim Racing Series. But again, though, Taylor, we've got another 2 exciting heat races. And for the most part, this was a really good heat race as the lid lifter. We only had 1 caution flag, and this will bunch them up to see how the outcome will be with 3 to go. I think the lights will go off on the pace car this time by.
Yeah, lights should be off on the pace car here as we see Benny turn them off, and we're about to double them back up. No, we're going to keep them on one more time.
Wow. So it looks like it might be a 1-lap shootout here, as 3 laps are on the board. They're going to come back around and probably get 2 to go, which will then be the white flag on the restart, which will be a 1-lap shootout to determine who will go in to the race. I was efforting the lights to be off on the Ford Fusion iRacing pace vehicle as well, but that's not the case as they work their way under pace car speed at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, with now 2 laps to go, and now the lights are going to be coming off on the pace car. This is it right here. Oh, wait a minute. They just reset it. We're going to do a green-white checker. A green-white checker coming up. Not a 1-lap shootout. I think they're going to give them 1 shot at it here. 1 shot at a green-white checker, and that's it here, Taylor.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. They got to make it to the white flag to make it official for these 9 drivers trying to go for 3 spots. Watch out for Caleb Willett, as he is going to be a man on a mission, as he is going to start right behind Tyler Jordan and Dylan Turner. Those 3 got into it. Keep an eye on Cody Verrill. He's in the catbird seat.
Deja vu all over again. Of course, Chris Fortier on the outside, also ready to pounce on the field on Willett's car. Green flag back in the air. Green, white checker in heat number 1 here at Nashville. And just like that, Dylan Turner powers to the lead. Here comes now Willett to the number 2 spot. Car slamming under the wall in the back straightaway. Holding it together, no caution. They're going to come to the white flag and 1 to go.
Already still beating and banging as they head off into turn number 1. Caleb Willett will move up to P2. Sets his sights on Dylan Turner as your top 3 break away off turn 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time.
Dylan Turner, as a car gets sideways in the back of the pack, slams the inside wall as here comes Dylan Turner coming to the line. He will win heat race number 1 to transfer into the Blanchard's towing as the cars wreck each other in the cool-down lap in turn 1. Turner and Willett get together. The race is over, but they wreck each other on the cool-down lap in turn number 1. They transfer. Tyler Jordan will also go into the show for third. For everybody else on back of Allen, Fortier, Barker, Varel, Learman, DeSanto, they will have to go to a last chance qualifier.
A lot of chaos happening right there.
Well, we have to keep an eye on those guys, no doubt, in the feature. And ready now for heat race number 2, taking 3, and Taylor Burris will give you the starting lineup.
Starting on the front row will be Corey Burbaugh, followed by Cody Childs in second position. Albert Hewins will be in third with Cody Billings in the fourth position. Row number 3 will find Alan Grass and Ed Connolly in the 111. Row number 4 will find Trevor Ward and Andrew McLaughlin. And riding shotgun in row number 5 is Gleason Smith, and Lewis Mitchell will not take the start. He will not be able to, so we'll have 9 cars out on the track today.
So it'll be another 20-lap heat race. Top 3 will transfer into the Blanchard's Towing 125. 1 caution stopping the race on the first heat race. Oh, buddy, hey, you're hitting the wall. You're already tearing your car up before the green flag even came out. The orange car in the back. Oh, my. I'm understanding he's having some handling problems, and he thought maybe hitting the wall would help make an adjustment.
I don't know about that, but hey, we'll see what happens. He works his way up to the field. We'll start seeing some other drivers maybe do that when they get out on the track.
Yeah, we'll certainly keep an eye on that, no doubt. And we'll see how they work their way. 9 cars here in this heat race. Top 3 transfer in. And, of course, Corey Bubar and Cody Childs ready to bring the field to the green flag here. Pace car dropping onto the pit lane. Here comes the cavalry ready to bring the thundering herd to the green flag of the start line. And we're underway now, taking 3. Heat number 2 underway here at Nashville.
Great jump by your race leader, Corey Burbaugh, and Cody Childs. Has Childs trouble in the back straightaway, 1 car around.
Couple of cars going around, as a matter of fact. Looks like 55 Albert Hewins is one of them. And understanding Gleason Smith in the 5C also caught up in it. He's the one that hit the wall before the race even started. And actually, you know what? They don't call the caution. We're still under the green flag. That happened in the back. We're still green.
We still are. I'm pretty sure Gleason is not very gleeful about that situation happening to him now.
Man, what a beautiful looking race car that Mopar number 16 SRT machine is of Trevor Ward. And I wonder if that's my buddy Trevor Ward that actually runs late models in the Carolinas. Trevor Ward, Dylan Ward, Ward Performance, based out of Winston-Salem. Nice looking race car right there. He sits in the number 3 spot right now as Billings Connolly go at it now for P4 and 5 cars getting sideways. Hold on, slams into one another. Cars getting around. That's Grass getting into McLaughlin. And he's dirt tracking it on the bottom as Grass has stalled. Still no caution. Now the bow tie 08 will draw the yellow. And the caution is out here now. Boy, that was intense.
That was very intense. It started with Alan Smith in the 08 machine, and I believe also the number 23 of Cody Billings. There you see Grass get looped around, collects 3 other cars, the 111 of Connolly, as well as also, I believe that's going to be McLaughlin collected in that incident as well.
Can we watch the 26 on our extended replay? Watch the 26 of Andrew McLaughlin. Watch the way he got slammed into on the outside retaining wall, and then he somehow dirt tracked it all the way around the racetrack sideways and literally was able to hold his on. Watch this. He was already in trouble before he exited off the corner. Look at this. And then the 26. Watch him. Look at this. Oh, my. No, I'm sorry. Which car was that on the bottom? That was the...
23.
It was the 23 of Cody Billings. That's who it was. Cody Billings is who we're talking about. Watch this again. Look at Billings on the inside, just got a punt there from Conley. And all the while, Taylor Burris, all of this chaos ensues. And watch what the 23 Fury race cars did at Billings. Saving it, contact, oh wow.
Just dirt tracking it around Nashville and saves it beautifully. Got a little damage on both sides of that race car, but he's going to have to try to gather it back up and see what he can do, as Childs, Burbaugh, and Ward are currently holding that third position.
Man, hands down, no doubt about it. What a save. Bubar, the man up in front, Corey Bubar. Silver, black, and red, number 12 Chevrolet, ready to bring the cavalry back to the green flag. To the outside, Cody Childs, ready to bring this field back to green. With 13 to go, pace cars in. Watching them work off turn 4, back up to speed, green flag, back in the air. As the field roars with Bubar on the whole shot into turn number 1.
Bubar doing what he needs to do, as here comes McLaughlin with a head of steam as one car just wall rides into 111 of Conley, gathers it back up and continues on, but a tough break for Conley as we watch Ward and McLaughlin battling for third.
All that hitting the wall is going to hurt his aerodynamics, no doubt about it. And the handling on those cars as he falls to the wayside of the back of the pack. Bubar, the man out in front, Childs and McLaughlin, the top 3, as they work their way now off of turn number 4 to the line. We're halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go in heat race number 2 to decide the lineup for the Blanchards, towing 125.
Here comes a big run right there by Cody Childs to get up to the back bumper of Corey Bubar. Not going to work, though, as they come off of turn number 4. As here comes McLaughlin. He's working his way up to the field. We're getting some blistering lap times here.
Yeah, definitely, man. Picking him up and putting him down, doing a phenomenal job, no doubt about it. He sits in that number 1 position, Bubar does. Right there behind him, though, ready to pounce is Childs and McLaughlin. 1, 2, and 3. Top 3 now pulling away. Single digits on the scoreboard. 8 to go. Those are your top 3 looking to go to the feature race. They're on the back straightaway by their lonesome. Whoa! As that was Billings slamming the wall, turning around, going the wrong direction, stalling the car in reverse. Can he get going again? He does. No caution. But boy, he has just messed up the toe into that car, and here comes the leaders after him. He's going to go a lap down. He might have wanted a caution flag. He's not going to get it, though. 6 to go. Taylor as they come to the line out of 4. There's a caution. Oh, Ward's car. Trevor Ward in trouble. The Mopar SRT 16, and the yellow flag will come out.
Tough break for Trevor Ward. It looks like he might have looped it off of turn number 2. Could not save it. Let's get a better look here at the replay. As he did a good run off turn number 2, and does he loop it around? Yes, he does. Goes for a wild ride right there, I'd have to say.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Taylor, it looked like he was trying to miss the 5 of Gleason Smith, and in the process, he zigged when he should have zagged.
Certainly looked like that indeed, I have to say.
So the caution is out. And it feels like deja vu all over again in heat number 1, don't it, Taylor? See, we got a couple extra cautions added to the second heat.
Certainly looks the case indeed there, Wesley, but we'll see if we're going to have a green-white checkered or we're going to finish it under the actual 20 laps.
Well, we do know that if they don't get the 1 to go this time by, they might be setting up. Well, actually, they are going to get the 1 to go, so it'll be 3 laps to go when they come back to the line for the restart. First race had 1 caution that forced an overtime finish. This one is going to stay in the regular race schedule distance unless we get another yellow flag, but caution laps do count in these heat races, last chance races, to make the show go by a lot faster. And Corey Bubar ready to battle Childs and McLaughlin on the outside looking in. Drivers like Smith and Hewings ready to come to speed. 3 to go, Taylor. Green flag back out at Nashville.
Already you see Corey Bubar checking out as here comes McLaughlin to the inside of that 94 of Cody Childs. That opens up the door for Gleason Smith. He wants to have a shot at moving into the finals.
Yeah, looks like Billings might have a problem again as he's sideways, slamming the wall on the back of the pack. Saves the car. No, comes to the back straightaway. And they go into turn number 1 and 2 with 2 remaining. Corey Bubar out in front. Gleason Smith. Remember earlier, slamming the wall, battling back. He now battles to try to get in the final transfer spot. They're coming to the white flag. 1 to go here in heat number 2 at Nashville.
Side by side for that transfer spot. Gleason Smith has the inside advantage. They're going to be banging doors as they come off of turn 2. Down the back straightaway. Smith has about a half a car length advantage. Clears Cody Child and the 3.
Out of turn number 4, sideways goes the 38 of Burgoyne. He couldn't get there in time. Gleason Smith will take the final transfer spot, and it's going to be Corey Bubar getting the win. My apologies. That was actually that was Albert Hewins. My apologies on that. As Corey Bubar will pick up the Heat Race 2 win. Second spot going to Andrew McLaughlin. Gleason Smith will go on to finish in that 3rd position. And they will transfer in to the A-Main. Everybody else will go to the back to a last chance qualifier as that race is in the books here in heat race number 2. And we now get you set up here as you see the beautiful skyline from the virtual Music City of Nashville. And we get ready now for heat race number 3. Another 20 laps, top 3 transfer to the Blanchard's Towing 125. For the Maine Sim Racing Series. Scott Tapley on the pole in the 13. Kyle Mooney, the 90 on the outside. Row number 1. Row 2, Jake Plummer in the 21. Tyler Conley in 31. Row number 3, we'll find Matt Mingo in the 59. Chris York in the 22. Row 4 on the grid, we'll find Justin Gallowix in the 25. Ben Burgess in 7. Row 5, by himself, David Greenleaf in the 58. Field rolling off pit lane, Taylor Burris. There's the lineup, and we get ready for one more final 20-lap heat race.
One more final attempt to make your way into the big show here tonight before we see who has to do the dance one more time for the LCQ. It's going to be exciting to see. Scott Tapley had a little bit of trouble in qualifying along with Matt Mingo. We'll see what he can accomplish as he has to pick up a couple of spots before they take the green.
Scott Tapley in the 13. Mooney in the 90. Ready to go here. Looks like they're starting to get some cloud cover over the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway virtually on the sim. And that is really going to put some handling on these cars to see who hit the right setup in this 20-lap sprint. Probably for the first time this afternoon, Taylor Burris. There is literally massive cloud cover over the racetrack under partly cloudy conditions here today when we checked out the Kaufman Creative weather conditions. And now we're ready to see what these cloud-covered cars will handle with in this race. Field ready to come to the starting line. Green in the air. Oh, my, there are spinning tires. The stay of the green will go, though. Whole shot. Mooney on the outside. He'll make it work. Cars go spinning. Caution out. 58, David Greenleaf turned around and the yellow is out. Correction, that's the 59 car.
That's Matt Mingo. We touched on him. He struggled in qualifying. He's got a little bit of work to do, and now it's got even harder for him.
Yeah, sorry, Greenleaf in the 58 machine. Matt Mingo hit a little 21 and Jake Plummer. And then he goes 3 wide, the hot dog between the bun, the meat, and the sandwich. Plummer gave him a punt. And around goes Mingo. Caution out on the opening lap.
How about Kyle Mooney right there going up and taking that pole position or that race lead away from Scott Tapley before that caution came out. Went around the high side, made it work, and now he will be the one who will lead the field when we go back racing.
Making the outside lane work where normally people say it doesn't.
Exactly.
You're on the outside? That don't work. Yeah, it does. Watch me. Final race on LSRTV for 2022. Hope you all have a happy new year. A lot of big things coming, exciting things coming for the new year in 2022. As it comes to a close, 2023 upon us. We mentioned the Northwest Racing Series in their 10th season, 10th year. iRacing broadcast coverage on the LSRTV. A lot of cool things in the works. And in addition to that, you know, you got the Press Box Motorsports podcast show. A lot of great things planned for the 2023 season. And again, it's a reset. It's a reset on the calendars. It's a reset on the new year. It's a reset on your life, your personal life, relationship life, goals that you might have, things you want to change. And that is why you need to make it a successful, prosperous, and blessed one. No doubt about it. From our entire family of yours, from your home for Sim Racing, we'd like to wish you all a happy new year, and we hope that you all had a great Christmas. It flew by too quickly, Taylor. Just flew by too fast.
Holidays always fly by too quickly. This year flew by quickly.
It gets here too quick, and it's over before you know it.
Exactly.
We had Christmas wrapping, and I think it lasted 10 minutes. 10 minutes, we're done. Oh, it's over. Gifts. We're ready for the restart. Kyle Mooney ready to bring him to green. Heat 3, 15 to go at Nashville.
Kyle Mooney really checking out on the field right now as Tyler Connolly will take over second away from Scott Tapley as they go into moving up to second and third. Ben Burgess now in the fourth position trying to hunt them down as he has to deal with David Greenleaf right there in fifth. Trouble on the front stretch. Chris York and Justin Golox getting together.
Now, oh man, trouble again into 1 and 2, and just like that, the yellow flag will be displayed. Take a look at the replay here. Taylor, you saw it break loose under yellow flag for the second time, buddy.
Yeah, certainly did. There's Justin right there. Let's see what happens. He tries to get to the inside of Chris York. Does York not see him? I think the answer is yes.
And he slammed into the, if you will, Armco barrier where the crossover is at officially in turn 1 at Nashville. That's a real crossover gate over there. And normally they put the fire and safety vehicles over there as well, and that's where the 25 got turned around. Well, 12 laps to go, probably going to be halfway when they come back to the green flag with 10 down and 10 remaining. A lot of cautions in the first half of this third heat race, no doubt. Top 3 transferring unofficially right now. Kyle Mooney, Tyler Conley, and Scott Tapley. Very aggressive last chance races I think we're going to see coming up here next, no doubt, Taylor.
LCQs are always full of aggression when it comes to that final transfer spot here. We're going to see a lot of beating and banging and getting ready to see some action here once again in this heat race as we double them up and about to go back to racing here.
Yep, no doubt about it. The field will get the 1 to go indication, and we'll try this one more time. I'm Wesley Outland, Taylor Burris alongside Charles Wooten in the broadcast, handling the production side of things. iRacing on LSRTV. Next round of the Maine Sim Racing Series from the virtual Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway and the Blanchards Towing 125. Ready to determine who will race for a century and a quarter around the racetrack here at Nashville. But we got another 10 to go halfway in heat number 3, and they're already getting bunched up again. Mooney on the whole shot carries them to 1.
Side by side for that fourth position between Greenleaf and Burgess as they're trying to see if they can catch up to Scott Tapley. Now they're going to see Greenleaf take the outside lane, see what he can do. Burgess right there in hot pursuit.
Yeah, the battle going on side by side. Couple of cars down to the inside of the racetrack with Greenleaf, Burgoon up in that battle now. Here comes Tapley. Cars slamming into the wall. Losing ground. I believe that's Jake Plummer. Correction, number 7 actually. Falling back with some big problems there is the machine of Ben Burgess. He's trying to get back in the battle now alongside York's car as they work off 2.
Here they go, heading off into turn 3 and 4 right now for Mooney Conley. They have a little bit of breathing room. Tapley still under pressure from Greenleaf as one car hits the inside wall. That's Jake Plummer, who now continues rolling.
And we mentioned Plummer having problems at the start of the race, spinning tires. As there you see that beautiful Snap-on Tools number 13, Scott Tapley on the outside in the transfer spot. But he's got a hornet's nest behind him as the cavalry of 1, 2, and 3 go on it. Tapley wants more. He's after the machine of Tyler Conley for the number 2 spot. Mooney's gone in 3, and more cars slamming the wall.
6 coming up now to get the high 5 from Barney the Flagman. 5 laps to go here. Tapley still having to deal with Greenleaf and Matt Mingo back into the mix.
And Matt Mingo had problems earlier. Now he is back in the dogfight, battling all these cars as they work their way back into the corner out of turn number 4, down to the start-finish line. 5, now make it 4 laps to go. Conley going after it with Tapley. That's going on for 2nd and 3rd. And all the while, Greenleaf trying to get back in the battle. So is Mingo, top 5 and 3.
Here they come out of turn number 4. They're going to have to drag race themselves down there as we see Conley and Tapley starting to stretch it out just a little bit. Half a second separates Tapley from Greenleaf.
And the shades of the hourglass running short. Cars in the wall. Greenleaf rim rides the outside barrier. He loses ground on the pack. No caution yet. 3 laps to go. They're out of it. Mooney leads the field to the back straight away with 2 remaining. It's his race to lose now. The field coming to the line as Greenleaf is still in trouble. Caution is now out. They do call a caution.
They certainly do, and with that, that will be a green-white checkered situation for our drivers here tonight, which is just going to escalate the chaos here once again.
Yeah, I thought they were going to try to keep it going. Mooney had cleared Sell away, and then they called for the yellow flag here. Let's take a look at the replay of what happened to the 58 of David Greenleaf. A wild replay from our producer in the truck. Watch this. On the 59, possibly got into him, a Matt Mingo. Matt Mingo and Greenleaf might have got together. Watch this now. Oh, wow, both in unison, pirouetting off the wall. Look at Matt Mingo. Oh, my. He became a stunt man at a Joey Chitwood stunt show there, Taylor. And he's not done yet. Oh, wow.
He's
That's
still
probably
not done.
what
He's
the
still
caution
trying
was
to get
for.
That was indeed what the caution was for, and he still wasn't done. He was trying to still get up right up against that wall and hold on for dear life.
Boy, oh boy, wow. Not done yet, no doubt about it. Very crazy racing going on there for sure between David Greenleaf and Matt Mingo. And the sad reality is, here's the lights go off for the pace car. We set up for a shootout overtime in heat number 3 to determine the winner with Mooney, Conley, and Tapley right now, the top 3 to go to the show, with 2 remaining in the green flag this time by. Taylor, that took the opportunity. It eliminated Greenleaf and Mingo. They were right there in the hunt of things to try to get back and at least rally for 3rd.
They certainly were, and now they have a lot more work to do here as Greenleaf is pretty much in 5th right now, Mingo in 8th as they get ready to take the green flag for their first green-white checkered attempt.
Yeah, it's going to be the first and only attempt. Oh, my
Never
God.
mind.
Tapley wrecked. Gallowix wrecked. I think this is how it's going to finish.
Nope, we got one more.
Are you kidding me? Are they going to watch the replay? I'm understanding they're going to give up one more shot in a restart in overtime. This was the 25 of Justin Gallowix and Scott Tapley fighting for the final transfer spot. Look at this. He just turned him. Actually, I don't know. Did Tapley pull up on Gallowix? That's the question, Taylor. Did the 13 pull up on the 25?
That's a tough call, I have to say, right there.
Let's watch it again. Extended replay. Maybe we can go on board with the 13, because that's probably going to be the best way to tell the tape. Our aerial coverage brought to you by LSRTV. Watch the row 2, 13:25. Oh, no, he hooked the right rear. Gallowix hooked the right rear of Tapley's car. Gallowix is at fault there, Taylor.
Yeah, I have to give that to Justin right there. He definitely turned the car towards him, as we see, and unfortunately for Scott Tapley, that will put him out of contention for this.
Man, what a tough break. As the caution coming out, I'm understanding one more chance at it. One more shot at it. On a restart, Kyle Mooney, Tyler Conley, Jake Plummer are now your new top 3. Hey, and just like that, Tapley's out of the transfer spot, Taylor.
He certainly is, and
we only
had a
got
really
4 cars left. Do we only got 4 cars left?
4 cars left.
And look at Kyle Mooney playing with the pace car. Come on, don't do that. Come on. Kind of shades of Dale Sr. there playing with the pace car. And Elmo Langley, the late Elmo Langley, former NASCAR driver and pace car driver, used to tell some great stories about how Dale Earnhardt Sr. used to play with him being in the pace car, toying with him as the leader of the races. We try this again. All right. Mooney alongside with Conley. Last shot at him here for the restart in overtime, number 2. Green flag at heat 3. Mooney's been strong, Taylor. He carries him off into turn number 1 again for another awesome hole shot.
He certainly does as he makes the run down the back straightaway. How about the battle for the transfer spot between Plummer and York? York tried to get to the inside of Plummer, but as they come around to take the white flag, this is going to get exciting between those two.
And that's the battle for the transfer spot. Final time. Plummer down to the bottom. York will follow. Can't get the run on the outside lane. Here he comes. Plummer protects the outside. Meanwhile, Mooney will work off of turn number 4. He'll come to the line. He'll hold off Conley, and Plummer will hold off York. Top 3 there at the end of heat race number 3, and a very eventful one here at Nashville.
Very eventful indeed here.
Taylor, go ahead and give everybody the results, buddy.
Well, we certainly can, but it's going to be Kyle Mooney who will win the race here in heat race number 3. Tyler Connolly will be right there in second. Jake Plummer transfers in, making those 3 moving on to the future race. Chris York will have to fight his way in the LCQ along with Justin Gallows and Matt Mingo, David Greenleaf, Scott Tapley, and Ben Burgess.
Man, oh man. And we have got a last chance qualifier that is no doubt going to be exciting, wild, and intense for, I believe, 25 laps. Here's the starting lineup. Stephen Allen on the pole, top 3 transfer, the number 75. Albert Hewings on the outside alongside. And I believe in years past, or races past, Carson Hewins is actually the driver's name in that car. I think Albert is his dad's name. I want to get a clarification on that. Anyhow, Chris York and Chris Fortier, row 2. Row 3, Trevor Ward and Justin Gallowix. Row 4, halfway through the lineup, William Barker in 66. Alan Grass, Taylor, the 08, your top 8. And understanding one more row, row 5, we'll have Matt Mingo in the 59. Cody Burrell in the number 1.
Moving on to row 6 is going to be Cody Childs and David Greenleaf in 12th position. Tyler Lerman and Cody Billings in row 7. In rounding out your top 15 is Scott Tapley and Dan DeSanto in the 16th position. Ed Conley, Ben Burgess are going to be in row 9, and Sean Kimball and Lewis Mitchell rounding out your 20-car field for this LCQ for 25 laps here at Nashville.
Taylor, let's be honest, my friend. You do broadcasting and announcing just like I do in motorsports. This last chance qualifier is the equivalent to a Friday or Saturday night feature at a local short track.
It certainly is. They're going to be beating and banging, utilizing that chrome horn in order to try to go into the feature race here tonight. It's going to be exciting.
Field is getting ready to roll behind the toe of the pace car, that iRacing official pace car, Ford Fusion. Top 3 are going into the show. 3 provisionals. That's all is up for grabs to determine the lineup. So if you do the math, we had 3 heat races, okay? So I think didn't we lock in the top 10 from qualifying? I think it is. So the top 10
Correct.
came in from qualifying. Then we had 3 heat races. There's another 9 drivers from there. So there's 19. Top 3 for this one. That's 22. And then 3 provisionals will set the 25-car field. Coming up next for the race. Should be a good one.
Should be a very good one indeed here, as they are trying to make sure we get all the drivers. Currently, 17 cars have taken the grid. Still waiting on Ben Bergres, Sean Kimball, and Lewis Mitchell to make it to the grid. And we have a few moments here before they turn them loose out on the track. And we'll see who makes their way in. And I hear cars shifting into gear.
Well, Taylor, I asked you, my friend, what's your take of the heat races? They were pretty wild.
They were pretty wild. Of course, this is Nashville. This is the track where everybody wants to come here in a race, a track you want to have a chance to win here if you get that opportunity. And for all these drivers, that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to go out here and stake their claim here in a shot of this race, and they're going to do the best that they can here tonight. A lot more difficult, though, for these 18 drivers who are out there on the track now, but it's still going to be one heck of a race here for 25 laps.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We'll see what transpires as they get into position, ready to go. "25 laps, 20 cars. Chaos, mayhem, destruction, victory ensuing for 3 drivers to transfer into the next round of the Maine Sim Racing Series and the final race of the 2022 season on iRacing, on LSRTV and the Tour. When we come back, it'll be a new year, 2023. By the way, just a reminder, for New Year's, we will be off with this series next Wednesday night. Next Wednesday night, we are off for the Maine Sim Racing Series. Taylor, it's go time, buddy. The Thundering Herd, last chance qualifier, green at Nashville.
Already a great jump right there by Stephen Allen as he pulls away. They're already 3 and 2 wide as they head off into turn number 1. Here comes the rest of the field. Chris York moving up to P2, and Trevor Ward now moving into P3 as they try to hunt down your race leader.
A lot of people in the dirt racing world and myself on many broadcasts call the last chance qualifier the hooligan race, whether it's on dirt, whether it's on pavement, whether it's on the sim, the last chance to get in, and they're wrecking. Ward's turned, big trouble, 40A, car up in the air, trouble, back straight away, big wreck, caution out at Nashville, 2 laps in. Wow.
Okay, chaos ensues here at Nashville, and we see it here already, and unfortunate for a lot of big heavy hitters such as Trevor Ward as he gets caught up. Let's take a look at the replay. Oh, the 11 of Chris Forte went for a wild ride, I have to say.
Man, just a bad day for 40A, for Ward, for Burgess. Oh. Who's the car that got airborne, like way up in the air? Was that DeSanto? Let's ride on board with DeSanto in the 86. DeSanto. Right there. It's the other car. DeSanto. I think it was the 86 in DeSanto, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there he is. Let's go on board with DeSanto. Yeah, here he comes. It was. Watch. Watch the 86. Next lap around. Watch him. He's the car that got way up in the air. The 11. Okay, it was the 11 car. It wasn't 48's car. It was, oh my. Is that, no, it's not Chris 48. Is it Ed Connolly? Oh, man. Oh, I want to say that might have been Connolly's car, but anyhow. Big wreck there. We'll try it again. And Taylor, the hits just keep on coming. Ready for the restart without Allen. York on the front row. Green flag back in the air at Nashville. The last chance qualifier.
With that, Steve and Allen once again pulled another whole shot run to take over the race lead. Trouble though in turn 3, synchronized spinning as more chaos ensues here at Nashville.
Oh my, oh my. Another massive pileup with a multi-car crash. We told you, hooligan race, desperation. Understanding it started around the 58 of David Greenleaf. There's Learman around him. So is the 66 car. And watch them go off into the turn of the restart. Learman turn, Leaf turn. Here comes everyone piling in. Wow. By the way, that was William Barker, the 66, coming at you there. That was also a part of that wreck. And here comes the pace car. Excuse me, coming through.
Tough break for a lot of drivers here tonight in the early stages.
Man, oh man. This is definitely not what you want to see here right now. But if you're a guy like Stephen Allen or Chris York, Matt Mingo, who had problems in their heat race, mind you, Taylor, you stay up in front. You don't get in the back. Stay away from the snakes patch is what the great Mr. Excitement Jimmy Spencer used to call the middle of the pack. And, man, just you know, stay in front, hold your line. That's a sharp-looking race car paint job on that 75 of Stephen Allen, isn't it, Taylor? It's just, I think it's sharp the way it sticks out. Chris York alongside of the 22. Matt Mingo somehow missing all that chaos and mayhem has moved his way back into the number 3 position. I tell you what, Taylor, it's just typical Nashville, right, buddy? Typical Nashville.
It certainly is typical Nashville indeed. Here the chaos ensues. But the good news is this is exactly what you could see on just about every Saturday night here across North America with these short track field, and especially here at a track like Nashville.
Yeah, hands down, hashtag more short tracks and support short track race in America all over. As the field comes to the restart zone, Allen, York, front row, green flag, 15 to go. 10 laps in, and they've all been almost under caution in the last chance qualifier. Whole shot to Allen, and they rip roar again off turn 2.
Already side by side for third position between Cody Childs and Chris York as they work their way through. They're already starting to pile up into turn 3 and 4, beating and banging, trying to hold on.
York's got a problem. He just smacked the outside wall from the penthouse to the outhouse for the double deuce. Something amiss on the 22 car. Meanwhile, trouble slamming the wall. Cody Billings turned. Caution out again. Wow.
Tough break right there for Cody Billings. He's been at the highest of highs with some incredible saves and at the lowest of lows with multiple spins already here tonight. This is not what he needed to have happen to him.
The yellow flag as you see the replay coming out with now halfway through this last chance qualifier to determine the Maine Sim Racing Series lineup for the Blanchards Towing 125. 12 laps to go. And by the way, Stephen, I'm sorry, Taylor. I don't know if you'd caught that or not, buddy, but I was talking about how sharp that wrap job is on the 75 of Stephen Allen. I just love that gray and black or gray and white on that car. It looks really sharp.
It does look really sharp. It's like an old school. It's just about like what you could see on the real world here with some drivers. And of course, a lot of these super late models are done up really nice here on the iRacing service. A lot of great painters out there who can make a nice paint. Of course, you can make your own as well. But there's just some people who can really just make a nice paint scheme for these super late models. Really have it. And of course, one of the things I enjoy is watching them try to put a different, manufacturer on the nose of some of these cars. Of course, yes, you got your Toyotas, your Dodge, your Ford, your Chevrolets, but there's a couple of others I've seen out there. We've seen Cadillacs last night over at Oxford. I've even seen Alfa Romeos and Tesla stickers put on the nose of these super late models.
Doug Barnes, in a real late model stock racer, has a Ferrari body on his car. And to add more to the analogy of Stephen Allen as we come back for the restart, if you remember the 80s song by a-ha, Take On Me, that would be a perfect description of that car, black and white, in a music video if it was racing related.
I like the idea of that one.
And the field back to green. Yes, Charles, I'm admitting how old I am. I guess he's never heard of that song by a-ha, Take On Me.
Good thing I have.
If you heard of the jingle, you would know the song. I tell people that. It's Huming's in trouble. 55 of the back straightaway. He is now wadded up the pack behind him as I think we got trouble again. That was Conley. No, I believe it's 48's car. And DeSanto. Yep, DeSanto again. Yep. Yellow flag. Replay coming up. Boy, oh boy. Is this any inclination of what the 125 lap feature is going to be like? Burgess gave a little shot there to 48, and then that made DeSanto check up, and he spun in front of both of them.
Definitely something to keep an eye on here, and this is just a segue of what we could possibly see come for the feature race later here in a few moments.
So Stephen Allen is the man out in front. Matt Mingo. Remember Matt Mingo, all the problems he had in heat race action? He's been very quiet, staying out of trouble. So is Cody Childs. Wow, that's a sharp-looking car. Just saying, I like that. I like that wrap job. I love the fact that these iRacing, what do they call it? The paint store, where you can be able to, the liveries, are they called liveries? I thought there was a different name for the paint shop or something for the iRacing, where you can be able to change your wrap jobs on your cars. Trading paints, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's trading paint, and they have the different wrap jobs on the cars. And you know, one of the cool things, like last night, even with the Maine Sim Racing Series, just like with the Crown Jewel E-Late Model Stock Car Series as well, Taylor, you know, these drivers are, a majority of them are real race car drivers. They compete at tracks all over the Northeast in Maine and Vermont yearly, and it's cold and snowy and miserable and icy up there right now. And this is their relief during the off season to be a part of something like this, for sure. It's awesome.
And it's a really great opportunity that this amazing organization have got together with here in order to have a chance to go and race during these cold winter months before won't get to really see them till maybe April, May, maybe even June before they actually go back to racing.
That's right. Yeah, you're exactly right. They started in May, and they got about 4 months to get all the racing out of their system. Green flag back in the air. And we're back to it again with Stephen Allen on the whole shot. Getting around Mingo, getting around Childs, and it's 4 laps to go. We got cars wrecking. Bottom of the racetrack, the Exalta number 17, Learman's car involved. Yellow out again. Oh, York up against the wall.
Yeah, by the looks of this, we may have a green-white checkered possibly in play here.
Oh, yeah. It's overtime. 2 attempts. Wow. Burgess and Learman getting together. Somehow squeezed by was the 25 of Gallowix. Man, Gallowix just cleared him. And then something happened to the 22 of York's car. There you see the end result for him. Going northbound to the southbound lane.
Never a good idea.
And do what? No, that's never a good idea. And sounds from our producer, 1 word, 2 syllables. Overtime coming up. Well, oh well. I will say this, it's been a fun hour or so, and this is only the preliminaries. I think we're going to see a wild Blanchard showing 125 Maine go to next year, Taylor.
Oh, I think so indeed. Like I said, this is just about the same number of cars we'll see hit the track for the feature race. Maybe a couple of extra cars, and we've already seen so much chaos for this LCQ. I can only imagine what's going to be for the actual feature race.
Yep, taking 3 and 3 provisionals. And the lights are off on the pace car this time by. We're ready to bring them back to the green flag here at the virtual Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Overtime attempt number 1 here for the last chance qualifier. And what has been summed up as 1 word, 2 syllables, Wreckfest in the last chance race. Ready to come to the line. Would you have it any other way? Taking 3, Allen pounds the gas, green flag in the air on the inside row. Mingo gets a shot to the inside. He's looking for the lead in 2.
Mingo try to make it work here as they head down the back straightaway. One car slows down. We're still going to stay green as they head off into turn 3 and 4. White flag in the air.
That's the 11 machine. White flag in the air. This is it. 1 to go. Into turn number 1 and 2 for the final time. Stephen Allen pulling away to the back straightaway. He got sideways. Oh my, I think they're going to crash. Going to turn 3. They hold it together. Coming to the flag. Allen will hold off Mingo. Childs will finish in the 3rd spot. Greenleaf rallied so hard to get back in that final transfer position, and he got sideways on the white flag lap out of turn 2. And boy, oh boy, they're still wrecking on the cool down lap. Well, how crazy was that? No doubt about it, Taylor. A wild, eventful wreck fest for the last chance qualifier.
Wild and eventful indeed. It's going to be even exciting to see how the feature race goes.
And again, Stephen Allen, Matt Mingo, and Cody Billings, Cody Childs will transfer in at the end of the last chance race. Boy, it was exciting. It was wild. It was fun, and it is not over yet. Hey, this broadcast is brought to you by all of our partners, including the Pressbox Motorsports Podcast. The Pressbox Motorsports Podcast is the official podcast of LSRTV, coming to Facebook and YouTube starting in 2023. Tune in and join the discussion as we talk about the latest hot topics of reality and virtual racing. And Kaufman Creative. When you need a quality website at a reasonable price, Kaufman Creative is the place to go. From small sim racing leagues to even NASCAR race teams like Mike Harmon Racing, Brandon Kaufman has you covered. And tonight's race is brought to you by, for the Maine Sim Racing Series, Blanchard's Towing and Recovering. For all of your towing and recovery needs, we service Central Maine and beyond. Proud sponsor of tonight's Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Blanchard's Towing 125. And again, we thank them sponsors. We thank you. Don't go nowhere. Quick practice session to go 125 laps from Nashville when we return. This is the Maine Sim Racing Series, iRacing on LSRTV. Happy New Year. This is the final send-off of 2022. The A-Main feature is next.
Your CRN, my CRN, our CRN. We are CRN. the Community Radio Network now, and the new WCRN 87.9 FM. And still always anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Hey, it's broadcast personality Wesley Outland up topside at one of the great racetracks of the world, the Caraway Speedway. And I'd like to remind you to join us every Wednesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern with coverage of Finish Line, where we talk to everybody from NASCAR to grassroots, like right here at Caraway Speedway. Carolina's Fox Sports Radio affiliates, iHeartRadio, and on the Community Radio Network at 87.5 FM. And remember, thanks to Live Sim Racing Productions, you can actually see the guest panel, ask their questions, get interactive with us with comments and so much more in our chat box. Finish Line every Wednesday. Join us every week.
If you think you better than battle, if you really win it, then battle. Just battle. If you think you better than battle.
Whoa! Taylor, I'm telling you, buddy, we've seen some awesome things to use for the highlight reel for promotion.
We
Just
certainly
like that,
have
coming
it.
at you.
You certainly have indeed, and it's going to show the chaos here tonight as it's about to kick off underway here as 24 cars are about to do battle here tonight. We're wrapping up warm-up, and I got to say, this is exciting.
Welcome back to coverage of iRacing on LSRTV as we hit the 9 p.m. Eastern hour, 8 Central. I am Wesley Outland. We got Taylor Burris alongside. Charles Wooten doing a phenomenal job running the production work on behalf of Rocket Racing Media and iRacing on LSRTV. Thanks to Jeff Stabnow. And we are ready now for the main event. Cue them up, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for 125 laps. The Blanchards towing 125. And as I mentioned when we came on the air, the final race of the 2022 season. How better fitting than being grassroots short track racing? And here we go. On the pole, by the virtue of the qualifying, Brian Conover. There was an invert. The 97 will be on the pole. Dominique Kurtic will go to the outside of row 1. Row 2 at Nashville will find Jason Ricker in the 9 machine to the outside. PJ Merrill in the 00. Row 3, Adam Jocelyn in the 83. Nathan Barth in 37. Row 4 tonight, Matthew Bergani in the 38. Nick Dyer in the 88. Row 5, top 10. They locked in on qualifying. There's the invert of 9. Max Cookson in the 39. Jack McKee in the 10. Row 6, halfway through the field, we'll find Dylan Turner and Corey Buvar, your Heat 1 and 2 winners at Nashville.
In row number 7, we're going to find Kyle Mooney and Caleb Willett in 14th position. 15th is Andrew McLaughlin with Tyler Connolly in 16th. Tyler Jordan and Gleason Smith will be in row number 9. Rounding out your top 20 is Jake Plummer and Stephen Allen, who was able to win the last chance qualifier here. Next up is going to be Matt Mingo in 21st, Cody Childs 22nd in row 11, and then 23rd is David Greenleaf and Chris Fortier in the row number 12. And riding shotgun is going to be Scott Tapley.
25 cars ready to go. Again, top 10 from qualifying, the invert, 3 heat races, 3 drivers transferred from there. 25 lap last chance race. It just wrapped up. What a crazy event that was, with the top 3 going in from that, and 3 provisionals. You do the math. 10, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 25 cars ready to come to the line. And we're set for the final race for the Maine Sim Racing Series of 2022 and for iRacing on LSRTV. It is time to feel the roar as the thundering herd comes to the line. Green flag, we're underway at Nashville. Oh, trouble. Big trouble. Wreck on the back straightaway out of turn number 2. The thundering herd has now become a parking lot in turn 2 from the back of the pack as they all start to scamper away. The big one, Taylor Burris in the opening go.
It certainly is, and it started a little bit further back there with Matt Mingo and I believe the 226 machine also, who had some help. That's Andrew McLaughlin. That was all pretty much our drivers who were able to run up towards the front of the field of the heat races and the LCQs.
Let's watch the official green flag start. And we'll see what happened here on the opening go. Oh my, oh my. Oh, that's McLaughlin. There's Jordan, there's Smith. There's the 59 of Matt Mingo, Greenleaf, Conley, Allen, Childs. All the cars in the back that had to go through the B main for the last chance race. Caught up in the big one on the opening lap. And by the way, we'll try this again, Taylor. All that hype for nothing and the big wreck happens.
Well, we'll try re-rack them, restack them, and try this one more time.
By the way, I mentioned this is the final race of 2022. The Maine Sim Racing Series is off next Wednesday night for New Year, in observance of the New Year for 2023. And we have only one broadcast next Tuesday night, as a matter of fact. We will be at the Martinsville Speedway. Taylor with the, what was it, the Crown Jewel E late model? Well, actually, correction, it's not late model stocks now. They've unveiled it in super late models. The Crown Jewel E super late model series. It's not late model stock, smart Alec. Thanks again, by the way, to bringing them back again. It's been fun. It's been exciting, and no doubt about it. What a Cameron Ruggles has got an awesome series. You were able to join him last night with myself, Taylor, and we'll be at Martinsville for the only race of 2023 to open things up. Short track, paperclip, next Tuesday night.
Ain't no better way to kick things off than heading to the paperclip here with these super late models, as we're about to go back at it here in Nashville.
Let's try it again. Take 2, feel the roar at Nashville for the Maine Sim Racing Series. Oh no! Did you see how fast Barney pulled out the flag? We're under caution again. Never mind. No more take 2s. Forget it. It just ain't gonna happen. Humana, 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 humana.
Ooh, right there you see the 12 machine getting a little bit of a tap right there, collecting up Mooney, and then elects up the driver of Caleb Willett. That's Corey Bubar right there, who was the one who started all the chaos that ensued, collecting a couple of good heavy hitters towards the back half of the field.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, man, we want to thank, by the way, Blanchard's Towing, #1 towing company in Maine.
Oh, they're towing
definitely
cars tonight.
A lot of tow trucks and rollbacks are being used tonight virtually for sure.
I'm looking at over at the infield right now, right behind the pit road, and I see two tow trucks already pulling them up towards the back half of the field and trying to pick up these last few cars to get it cleaned up and ready to go.
Do you remember back in the day when the NASCAR 98, NASCAR 99 was on EA Sports on PlayStation? Do you remember when they used to have the?
I didn't play it, but I do remember.
You remember they have the caution and they'd have the blue tow truck, like just a box, if you machine. Looked like the Sanford and Son truck from back in the day with Red Fox in the 70s. You know, I'm veiling how old I am again, Charles. But yeah, the tow truck I think would be a good idea to put on iRacing here if they wanted to start doing another new Week 13 update.
Be a good idea indeed here as we see the Pontiac of the 82 of Dominic Courette, who's just kind of enjoying it right now. He's just having to pull away a little bit. Caution comes down. He's still led for 10 laps as one car gets one of his laps back. As he'll work his way around, but we're doubled up, ready to go back racing again.
Yep, we'll try this again. By the way, we're not going to do the Feel the Roar. Obviously, we're cursed with that right now. Maybe we'll try something at halfway. And need to get a green flag run under our belt. The opening 10 laps have been nothing but 2 laps at speed and a caution. So let's try it again for the 3rd time with laps on the board. Green flag in the air. Let's do it. And the much better restart for Current, Merrill, Dyer. There's your top 3. Whole shot for those cars. Hold it together. Hold it together.
Nope.
Into turn number 3. And no, we will not be able to do it. They're wrecking again. Oh, wow. Plummer got airborne. Flip count at what, 3 or 4 now? We got to ride 21.
I've lost count.
We don't have to ride 21. We got to ride on board with 21 is what I meant.
Jake Plummer definitely went for a ride indeed.
Yeah, let's ride on board with Jake Plummer. Oh my goodness. My.
And can report as we take a look at this. Oh. Lost the camera.
I believe let's try this again. Somehow along the way, our camera got broke from the crash with Jake Plummer. Watch this in 21. The green and black, white 21. And oh, there goes Gleason Smith around. Greenleaf crashes. 48 gets along with McLaughlin, and Plummer goes airborne. Okay, can we go on board now with the 21, or is that why the camera went bad? All right, I would love to go on board with him. It was light, it was dark, it was light, it was dark, it was light, it was dark. Try this again.
This one be a little bit more easier.
You gotta love the gyro cam. You gotta love the gyro cam. Look at this. Oh no. Hold on. No, he stuck. Well, I was gonna say he stuck the landing, but he didn't. The camera didn't break.
We can report
hey, buddy,
that
you're upside down.
Yeah, that is a problem, but we can report one driver has been disqualified, has been asked to pull it off the track. Tyler Jordan has been asked to get off the track here, so our first major retirement of the race so far.
And a disqualification for the driver of the number 29, Tyler Jordan, being asked to park here. Wondering if there might have been some aggressive driving that might have caused that.
And with that, we have now 20 cars on the lead lap. Matt Mingo, who's going to get the wave around here to get back out on the lead lap to make it 21 cars on the lead lap here at Nashville. 15 laps up on the board. We still got quite a bit of racing left to go in this race, though.
Dominique Currett, P.J. Merrill, Nick Dyer, Brian Conover, Jack McKee, your top 5. Jason Ricker, Dylan Turner, Matthew Burgoyne, Kyle Mooney, Max Cookson. Top 10 as it stands right now in this caution field opening 15 laps. So the Blanchards towing 125 tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, the final race of 2022. for the Maine Sim Racing Series. They'll come back in a few weeks, ready for 2023. And we will join you on iRacing on LSRTV for our first broadcast in 2023 next Tuesday night at the Martinsville Speedway with the next round of the Crown Jewel E Late Model Stock Car Series from the paperclip. And for the fourth time now, we get ready for a restart after another multi-car pile-up. And we're set for the field to come to the line. Current and Merrill, row one, Conover and Dyer, Ricker McGee, ready to come to the green. On a turn 4, Nashville back to speed in the Maine Sim Racing Series. Whole shot, Current scampers from the field off of turn 2.
Everyone's still holding on here and trying to get a good run going, trying to see what they can do. And we get our first green flag lap in the book as we ride on board with Matthew Burgoyne.
And look at this gyro cam, the banking of how exciting it is. Working off the banking, working on the straightaway, and action everywhere, man. As fast as the green flag fell, you got to get right back into defensive mode to start fighting for your spots or defending your spots as they go back at it again in turn number 1 and 2.
A little bit of separation right now for Dominic Current, who holds on by about 2 car lengths over PJ Merrill as they try to work their way through single file for your top 10. Max Cookson, your original fast time qualifier, trying to work his way up through the field.
Boy, slamming off the wall, getting some concrete dust, and still all the while still keeping momentum. As Matthew Burgoyne up on the outside. Cookson always fighting for that spot, trying to get in front of Mooney as well. This goes on to the top 10. 8th, 9th, 10th, up for grabs. There's Ricker in 10th. And they go out it again to 3.
Great battling happening here as we ride on board with Burgoyne, who's trying to fight his way up through the field right now, sitting that 9th position. How about Kyle Mooney, who won one of your heat races here? He's in the mix for a good top 10 run.
Yeah, solid run to the top 10, as you mentioned, my friend, and looking really decent right now. As he's just right now riding and driving, working now, about to put a quarter of the distance through here. We have a century grind remaining here in a few more laps. 125 laps the distance. We're working out lap number 24. This time, Bob, they come to the line. 23 completed. Current still the man out in front in what was caution field in the opening go. Now we settle ourselves in for the longest green flag run of the race as this battle continues with Burgoyne and Mooney going into 3 and 4. Cookson clears them off the corner.
Mooney gets a great run here as they go side by side as we watch Burgoyne try to hold the inside line, pushing him up the racetrack. Caution is out.
Helps so much for me saying the long green flag run. That was at least a 6-7 lap run under green caution, and Gleason Smith with a problem. That's the orange 5C car down to the bottom, battling with Corey Bubar in the 12, another one of the heat race winners from tonight. They get together. Oh, Bubar into the wall. And there goes, of course, Gleason Smith with a little shot there also from the 59 machine of Matt Mingo. Or was that actually the 55 of Carson Hewins? I believe it was. Caution out again. Wow.
It certainly will. Caution out again. Jake Plummer taking it behind the wall after his wild ride. His night is done as David Greenleaf will get one of his laps back.
Well, process of elimination. Hits just keep on coming. What do you think, Taylor Burris?
I mean, in order to finish this type of racing, you first must avoid the chaos here. And if you're able to avoid the chaos and keep your nose clean and not end up behind the wall, you should be looking at a good finish here. And of course, for someone like Dominic Current, as long as he gets these little short moments, he's got the short run speed. Long run speed he may not have here, so he might be able to keep an eye on here for this stint.
Yeah, that just ain't the case so far. As for more information on how to start your iRacing career, log on to iRacing.com. And of course, LSRTV, looking forward to another season for broadcast coverage as well.
Game report, Race Control has changed the restart format from double file to single file. That way we can at least stop some of the chaos that may incur during the restarts of these races.
I think that's a good call. Hands down, no doubt, it's been very eventful.
Very eventful indeed, I had to say.
We'll try this again. Green flag. Under 100 laps to go now with the Blanchards towing 125, and look at now Curran. Great jump on the restart, pulling away from Merrill. Here comes now Turner. Cooks and Burgoyne. There's that battle going on again into turn 3 with Mooney.
Mooney trying the best as we have trouble. The 19 of Dylan Turner in the wall.
Yep, Turner in the wall. Burgoyne, contact was made. We saw it transpiring on the restart. Hot and heavy heated racing. And there's the end result. Wow. Now let's try this again, Taylor.
Max Cookson, and then there's the shunt right there. And then for Turner and Burgoyne, it's a hard night for them so far.
Man.
Hits just keep on coming.
The hits, the wrecks, the crashes, the aggressiveness. I'm sure in any time now the race director is going to have to go in there and say, guys, listen, you just can't do this. You just can't keep doing this to me. Come on. Boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed here, and by the looks of it, we're about to go back green flag racing here one more time around by the looks of it. We're still going to be single file for the restarts, so that's not going to change anything for the moment.
Boy, oh boy. Well, there you see Gleason Smith flying by. He's had an eventful night, right?
I'd say he has indeed there, as
Still
we
in
now
the game.
pick up the still in the game indeed. That's the most important thing, is he's still in the game.
And if I remember, they do not get a fast repair, am I right, Charles? No fast repair for this series. If you're yeah, I don't think you get a fast repair. You go on the damage clock, no fast repair. As we get ready for the restart, and as the race director getting decided for Sean Kimball, single file as we come back to the green flag. Curran gets it single file into one. Merrill will follow. Nick Dyer behind him with that Bass Pro Shops number 88 throwback car to Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Josh Berry, if you will. Gold instead of white. And the field working their way back into turn number 1 and 2 on the restart single file. And everyone now kind of calm, cool, collective off the corner. Here comes now a battle. Burgoyne, Cookson going at it again with Conover. McKee going into turn 3, and Mooney's back in the battle again.
Mooney is back in the battle once again as he's in that 9th position. How about Cookson picking up his way through the field as he tries to battle with Burgoyne? Trouble, Burgoyne moves him up the racetrack. Cookson holds on, but Mooney makes contact after getting collected up. Caution should be coming out once again. Tough break for Max
spinning.
Cookson.
Oh my goodness, Kyle Mooney spinning to the bottom of the racetrack. Max Cookson slamming off of the 90 car, the 39 into the wall. Spinning wildly, the 90 car to the bottom of the apron into 3. And the caution is out again here. My, oh my, oh my. Yep, we'll try this again. Let's watch, let's take a look at Mooney. I'm understanding there might be some payback. Oh, wow. Keep your eye on Mooney. I understand there might be some payback here to the 10 car of Jack McKee. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah. We're
That
not
was
friends.
yeah, that's definitely it. That's a shots fired type deal, and that's going to see to keep an eye as here comes Cookson off of pit road to try to stay on the lead lap, as he will do so in 20th place.
So, while we continue to approach halfway in this race tonight, we'd like to remind you of the next event to come for the Maine Sim Racing Series when we come back after the New Year break. And that would, of course, be coming up on January the 3rd. And that'll be at the Irwindale. No, we're off on January the 3rd. What are you talking about? We're off. The Maine Sim Racing Series is off on January the 4th. We return back to racing on January the 11th, and that will be at Irwindale Speedway. The outer part of Irwindale, might I add, Taylor. That'll be fun. Irwindale Speedway, home of the NASCAR Toyota All-Star Showdown.
That's a race I missed quite dearly. That was always a fun little preseason action that we got to see on network TV for like speed and everything. But unfortunately, with Irwindale, it's got still a good following over there. Over in California, was short track racing and Formula Drift. But wouldn't mind seeing some other forms of motorsports heading out back over there.
That'll be on January the 11th, January the 25th, Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis for the series. And February the, well, it says January the 20th. I think they got the schedule mixed up here. They got numbers all cattywampus here. But New Hampshire Motor Speedway, possible road course race in February. Stafford for the final points race, and Oxford for the championship. All of that coming up. And we're back to green. Closing in on 50 laps here in the Blanchard's Towing 125 in what has been a wreck event since the last chance qualifier. And the opening 50 laps of this race so far, Taylor, they work off 4 on the green flag restart.
They certainly have indeed here as Currett and PJ Merrill trying to break away. You got the battle for third between Dyer, throwing onto the 97 of Brian Conover and Matt Burgoyne in the mix. As here you come Conover to the outside. Burgoyne completes the pass as Jack McKee comes in here with his Toyota.
Working their way, 48 contact with Mooney as that battle's going on to the corner. In the inside bar, Nathan Barb door slams 48 and Mooney as they try to begin their run back through the field. All of this transpires here now as we approach 50 laps into this event.
Already seen Mooney try to work his way back up to the field inside the top 10 as we watch trouble behind Matt Mingo, and also, who was the other driver involved? I saw someone else in the mix.
Was
for
that
that
Matt Mingo and Conley? I think it might have been. Caution out. Yellow flag flies. I think it might have been Ed Conley. I could be wrong. Let's watch it here. There's Matt Mingo. Is that the 31?
Oh, it's Max Cookson getting caught up in that.
Max Cookson, 39. Wow. But he kept on going. Oh, no, he didn't. He spun into turn 1. Oh. Let's run on board with Cookson and see how that all transpired here. Asking you shall receive. Watch this. I mean, what do you do, Taylor? I mean, here comes now the 59, Matt Mingo. Drives down on him right here. Look at this. Look at this. Nowhere to go. What the heck? Oh, man, what are you doing?
All I can say is just hold on for dear life.
Somebody door slammed off the passenger side of Cookson's car, and that caused him to go around. Because I think from the looks of the replay, he had maintained control, Taylor, of the contact with Mingo's car in the front stretch. He got slammed into on the passenger side by someone else, and that caused him to spin.
It certainly looked to be that way indeed, and a tough break for Matt Mingo and for Tyler Maxson, or Max Cookson, I should say.
Max Cookson, yes. And all the while, as we approach 50 laps into this race, 75 to go, not even halfway yet, minded you. Not even halfway. I'll tell you what, Taylor, Dominique Curran has been the strong car all night long, no doubt about it, man. That 82 machine on the invert has been doing really well. PJ Merrill, you got to wonder when he's ready to make that pass by him, and Nick Dyer ready to pounce like a coiled cobra in case they slip up on the restart here.
Good way to see and find out here, as there you see Dominic pull away by about half a car length over PJ Merrill. Nick Dyer will follow as your top 10 goes single file. You have to go outside of there to see some side-by-side action. And speaking of which, Kyle Mooney dives to the inside of Chris Fortier.
And we're wrecking again as the 31 involved. Conley's car, that's Tyler Conley, that's Corey Bubar. And another yellow flag out again. Oh, man, oh, man. Did Tapley get involved in that? There's Greenleaf around him. Oh, my. Yep. Greenleaf hit a little punt there to Tyler. And Tapley slammed into him, and there's Bubar. Yeah. Caution out again. Let's take a look at the race summary, bottom left of the monitor of this event as we approach 10 laps to halfway. Presented by the Press Box Motorsports Podcast. You see in yellow, 8 cautions, 28 laps. Now make it 29 under caution. No lead changes since the drop of the green flag.
Kind of curious to see how many green flag laps we've actually had. Our producer having a little fun with us here behind the scenes right now as he's trying to bring us as much information to try to give to you, the viewers here, a chance to see some great racing action. Hopefully we'll get that underway here momentarily.
Well, 55 of 125 laps, and no doubt this has been eventful. "24 green flag laps. That's been it. "24 of 54 laps have been green flag. Caution flag for the others. As that approaches 31 now, as we are also coming up on halfway. Lights will go off on the pace car. Sean Kimball, the race director, has tried to make this race go single file for the restarts, but honestly, they get a couple of laps under the belts, Taylor, but then it does no good.
It certainly doesn't. So it's something as far as drivers needing to realize. We still got a lot of racing left to go here. Doesn't need to go crazy. Just try to get some laps in. Try to take care of your equipment and run this race here. wait for the last 10 laps before you consider trying to go too crazy.
Green. Back out, ready for the restart here. Understanding, my apologies, Trevor Ward is an Oxford Plains Raceway competitor, and I've met him before. I've met him at the Oxford 250, but there is also another friend of mine in Winston-Salem, Ward Performance, Trevor Ward, that also competes on iRacing. He races real late model cars, and just got the verbatim of the mixed up of the two. But I do know Trevor Ward. I've met him before whenever I've been up to Oxford Plains Speedway for the Oxford 250 in years past on Racing America Speed 51. 59 of 125 laps coming up on halfway. Taylor, as we approach halfway, obviously got to have a better, faster, quicker second half and less wrecks about it.
Well, hopefully that's the key word. I mean, these drivers here may be starting to realize, hey, let's settle into a rhythm, get this ball rolling. We know that this race is a difficult track to try to overcome. And even though we have 25 cars start the race, we only have 3 DNFs right now, and only 21 cars are on the lead lap. So still quite a bit of competitiveness.
Max Cookson, looks like Ward's car also climbing the wall. We are back under the yellow flag again. Or Turner's car, my apologies. Yeah, there's Dylan Turner, Cookson, Childs, all in that pack with one another. Well, let's watch this again. Oh my. Oh my, Turner and Cookson. Thought they become stuntmen all of a sudden.
And we have I was going to say, now we have some cars down on pit road. The 82 has decided to come down pit road. So that will be a little bit of some strategy calls happening. Each time,
well,
and speaking of which...
Go ahead, Taylor. I'm understanding our producer's talking to us, buddy. I'm understanding time might be a factor in this race.
Yeah, so for those of you who are maybe new to the world of iRacing on everything, iRacing with this, when you set up a race event, you can set it up to where it goes either by the laps or the time limit. Now, normally the race is set at a certain particular time limit of this race. So normally it's about an hour long to get this race done just about. We're almost over the halfway point of our time limit. So if we keep going at this rate where we're stopping and starting, we could finish this race under time instead of under green flag conditions. So right now, I'm looking over the thing. It's 25 minutes left to go in this time session, but this race could be finished up in just about under 19 minutes. So if we keep it green, we could still finish this race under this race.
And we'll see how that transpires. Hopefully that will happen.
All I gotta say is we gotta give Dave
yeah, this has been eventful. This is we definitely want to have. We don't want to have this disappointingly finish under caution, no doubt.
No, we don't. But we got to give a big round of applause to all the officials who are busy twisting and making sure everyone lines up properly, giving out the correct penalties if given out. As Dylan Turner takes it behind the wall, leaving only Caleb Willett, the last car on the lead lap. Tyler Connolly about to be the first car one lap down, making it 19 cars on the lead lap.
Well, we're not done yet. And again, this has been definitely a caution-filled race, no doubt about it. And we'll decide what the outcome will be whenever we can get this race back going. Hopefully we can get you to the finish. Tell them to settle down, boys. Let's try to go here. Halfway, just after halfway. In the Blanchard's Towing 125 single file restart. Under 60 to go now.
Everyone trying to get themselves rolling.
Yeah, I was going to say, Taylor, Matthew Burgoyne up to the lead. How did that happen? He finally got around him.
Yeah, Burgoyne decided to stay out when we saw the rest of our leaders come down pit road. So that opens up the door for Burgoyne to try to see what he can do, along with Brian Conover, Jack McKee, our former race leader, Dominic Corrett. He's now in the 9th position with some fresh tires. He's going to try to work his way up.
And we'll watch him try to come to the front as Burgoyne is the man leading. Brian Conover in second. Jack McKee, 40A. All this going on now as the leaders work their way to the back straightaway. And I think the call has been given from the race director, Sean Kimball, to these drivers. Guys, if you wanna get this race in the full distance, you gotta start racing with some gumption here. Let's get to the end. Time is not on our side. And honestly, that was a conversation that was in our producer's ear many moments, probably 30 minutes ago, showing a concern to the time clock. Cookson in trouble. Cookson, Bubar, getting into the 88 of Dyer, getting into Barth. Cookson turns Dyer. No caution yet. We stay green. Cars coming back up to speed. And lap 71, we stay under the green flag. No yellow flag as we approach 50 laps to go here in Nashville, Taylor.
It certainly is the case here as everyone keeps it going and we watch on, but a lot of chaos here. But how about Burgoyne? There you see the 82 of Dominic Corrett moving up a couple of spots. He's in 7th position, and he is about half a second faster than your race leader. He's on the charge.
Yeah, we'll try this again as the field working their way back around the racetrack. Working to the back straight away. Boy, I'll tell you what, Taylor, we've seen a lot of cars in the concrete dust. 48 up the racetrack now in the marbles out of turn 4. Slams back down behind the back of Merrill's car. By the way, Merrill is coming to the front faster than even Curtis. He's in the top 5 now. Watch the 00. 50 to go this time by at Nashville.
Merrill really putting the hammer down as he tries to get to the back bumper of Adam Jocelyn. He'll work his way to the inside, moving up to P number 4, and a beautiful pass right there by PJ Merrill.
Good solid racing. I'm very happy with what they're doing so far as they work their way into the corner. Laps winding down, under 50 laps to go. And you know, you ever heard of the analogy, Taylor? I know you're a veteran broadcaster like myself, man. I know you do a lot of road course races, but sometimes you got to trim the fat. You got to weasel out the bad cars. You got to weasel out the cars that are going to give you problems. And you get the cream of the crop down there at the end, and then you see what you end up with. And the front cars in the front, no one battling for the win. I think they want to try to get this race in. Hopefully that'll be the outcome here as we don't have to call this race on time.
Yeah, everyone's now minding their P's and Q's during this stage of the race, realizing, like you said, we need to try to get this race underway. Not a whole lot of time left to go. If we get another caution, it's safe to say this race will end under time, but everyone's realizing that as they work their way off turn number 2. Matthew Burgoyne really trying to make sure he can find some grip because PJ Merrill and Dominic Corrett, they're about 2/10 faster and really making some hay.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They certainly are. As all of this transpiring down the home stretch with Burgoyne, the man out in front, Conover. Other drivers took an advantage. Oh, by the way, there's Merrill, and Current is right behind him. If we go to the rear view camera, On board with Merrill now, the 00. And here comes now Current right there in his back door. And those were the two fast cars in the first half of this race. And they're now trying to come back to the front with new tires.
Great drive right now between these two. Some great strategy call, I have to say, as they work their way down the back straightaway. Merritt tries to get, or Current tries to get to the inside of Merrill as they work their way through, but they're getting held up by Conover and McKee as they're running out of time.
Watch him going into the turn. Off of 4, there's Jack McKee. Whoa! Hey, he got Merrill loose, and here comes Current down to the inside. They save it, they rub, they bang fenders. He's to the bottom of the racetrack. And Merrill is not going to let him get around that easy as you're on board watching it from the rear deck lid of the camera of third place car Jack McKee. Merrill to 4th, Current to the top 5, and under 40 laps to go now here in Nashville.
Current being very aggressive, trying to get around Merrill. Now Merrill shows the nose to the inside of Jack McKee. Can't make it work. Puts a little bit of the bumper to him. This opens the door for Current to go on the outside lane to try to get around Merrill.
I'll tell you what, Taylor, all of this transpiring, and this is quite a lengthy green flag run we're finally seeing here. Up the racetrack, Current's car, down to the inside, Merrill. While this happens, McKee stays to the bottom. They make contact.
Trouble!
And
Current
there
and McKee
goes McKee and Merrill. Current's car, correction. And the caution is out. It was getting aggressive. It was getting heated for this possession, for this position battle. And there goes the Pontiac of Current's car going around. Caution is out. Here's a look at it on the replay. I think it was an aggressive move. Jack McKee, the JBL entry, was not going to back away. He was fighting for that spot.
He certainly was. He was not done with it, and he wanted to hold on for dear life, and unfortunately it cost both of them the chance to try to go for the win here tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Very disappointing, if you will, for what just transpired, man. And whew, what's that old cliche? The hits just keep on coming.
They certainly do keep on coming for a lot of drivers. And looking at the time, just under 11 minutes left in the race for them to complete the full distance, and 15 minutes left to go on the clock, just about. It's going to be close. Another caution, this will definitely end under time.
Well, we'll see what transpires. No doubt about it. As this has been, without a doubt, an eventful race. And as my colleague just mentioned, excuse me, was looking at time and it's scoring here. Watching Merrill now be the man that's in the catbird seat to try to make a run for the win from the back of the pack after coming to pit lane. You've got now Current falling back to 14th or 15th, along with the other cars there, Jack McKee. And I'll tell you what, Taylor, am I understanding they penalized Jack McKee? They put him to the back as well with Dominic Current.
So right now, looking over, just Dominic Current has been given the EOL right now. So no penalty for Jack McKee at the time being. So as Tyler Connolly will get a lucky dog.
Okay. All right. Well, we're contemplating all this as we speak here. So all of this happening. Well, I tell you what, would you have it any other way, Taylor?
No, you certainly cannot have it any other way. This is really good racing action overall. Everyone putting on one beautiful drive here in this stage of the race. Can't wait to see how this race concludes.
And again, as I just mentioned, hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a happy attraction. Christmas is over. Past tense. Hello. I'm the ghost of Christmas past on your sim. Christmas is over. Hopefully you did have a great Christmas and you have a great New Year as well. As again, this is the final race of the season. We want to get the full distance in. Come on, Matthew Burgoyne. Conover. Merrill back to the front along with Bartha McLaughlin. Final 30 laps to go here at Nashville. Coming up next time by, and there's the restart there. Taylor off 2.
Here they head off into turn 3 and 4. Merrill getting around Conover. Now sets his sights on Matthew Burgoyne to try to wrestle the race lead away as they head down the front straightaway. It's down to 0.4 of a second.
Now they hold it together. Somehow, some way, staying in this battle. They're coming to the line. It'll be 30 laps to go. Next time around, and look at this now. Watch Mooney's car climbing up to the front along with Jason Ricker. Stephen Allen, remember him in the last chance qualifier. He's now making a run through the top 10. And they come to the line as we're about to put triple digits on the board. Racing against the time, trying to go the distance, with Burgoyne looking to be the final winner of the year to the backstretch.
Already you see these drivers jostling for position as they come on. There you see Mooney. How about Gleason working his way up to the field? He's inside the top 15.
Inside the top 15, watch it. Oh, Gleason Smith in trouble, 48 in trouble. Head on to the inside retaining wall. Front nose first for Gleason Smith as well. Caution is out as we approach lap 100. Oh, man. And here's a look at the replay of what happened, Taylor. Not done yet.
Gleason tries to send it on the inside and just loops it around, and 48 just goes a little too tight, hits the wall, rides it, and then hits hard contact to the inside wall.
Wow. Here you see Dyer's car. Nick Dyer getting into it with 48 as well. We'll find out what happened out of this. Well, 48 was the car that was, well, we're going to see if Gleason Smith might have got into him. Childs is in front of him. Yeah, we'll see here. Yeah. Childs, and then, oh no, Nick Dyer crashed on his own. Look what happened to the 88 car on his own, and then he slammed into 48, slammed into Dyer's car. I don't think that was intentional. That was just, I'm having a bad day. I'll hit your car instead.
It's a bad day for a lot of drivers here tonight.
What's the countdown clock? What's our countdown clock, Charles, as we finally put triple digits on the scoreboard? 25 laps to go and 12 minutes remaining.
12 minutes remaining. We're looking pretty close right now. We can finish this race in just about 7.5 minutes if we take the green flag here in a few moments.
Boy, oh boy. Well, Matthew Burgoyne has now got P.J. Merrill on his back door. We will set up for a shootout restart coming up. 25 laps to go. Let's take a look at the Press Box Motorsports Podcast race summary as we are past 100 laps now. 11 cautions, 44 laps of 101, one lead change, and that was done on the pit lane when Curran came to the pits. He gave the lead to Matthew Burgoyne. Might not have been a lot of lead changes, Taylor Burris, by no means of the imagination, but there has been an eventful race here at Nashville as we come back to the green flag.
It has been a very eventful race here, and we're not done yet. As here comes Nathan Bart. Where did he come from? He'll go to the inside of Brian Conover for third.
He certainly will. Working around the turn, around the corner. Holding on to that spot. Mooney now starting to climb into the top 10. He's trying to get around Jocelyn Childs also in that battle. So is Ricker. Oh boy, McLaughlin now getting some company along with Conover. This heat's going on into turn number 3. I can't believe it. Taylor, 20 to go. 20 to go at Nashville.
20 to go indeed. We're right there, and we got some great racing action. How about Brian Conover taking the outside lane to try to get around Andrew McLaughlin? And then behind them, you have the Hard Charger as the caution is out. And more trouble for one driver, Matt Mingo.
Understanding Matt Mingo has crashed. Replay coming up, the 59, putting us under yellow flag again. Wow. Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy, indeed. 5 minutes that we could finish this race. And about 8 minutes left to go in the session.
Well, will this ever end?
It will. About 8 minutes.
Understanding the clock's running out here, no doubt about it. We're being told the clock's running out. They better, if they want to make this happen, they better go.
They gotta go.
I'm gonna have to reschedule it. Oh. Well, we'll try this again here.
Just keeps going and going.
That's exactly right. It's like the Energizer Bunny, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We're having fun here tonight.
Try this again. What'd you say?
I was saying we're having fun here tonight.
We are. It's about having fun, right? If you're not having fun, what the heck are we here for?
Ain't no telling.
And this has been an eventful race, no doubt.
And things rolling now here as we see Conover in a little bit of a battle. Here comes Andrew McLaughlin for that third position on Nathan Barth. And Mooney still out there surviving.
15 to go. We're still racing to the finish, racing the clock. The final event of 2022 for iRacing on LSRTV. As we approach 10 p.m. Eastern Time and 9 p.m. Central, I'm Wesley Outlet, Taylor Burris alongside. Charles Wooten has done a phenomenal job bringing you the sights, the sounds, the action. Like Ricker driving up the racetrack. Jocelyn on the inside. He almost slams the door on him. Mooney to the bottom. Childs to follow. Here comes Bubar. And they make contact and crash each other in the wall. Mooney turns McKee. Conley crashes. Allen crashes. And somehow Dyer missed it. Caution is out again. Wow.
Ooh, what a race. Mooney, McKee, we got 31 there of Conley, the 76 of Allen. just full of chaos right here.
Wow, I'm just, yeah, there's some bad blood there already between those two drivers, McKee and Mooney. Yeah, I run you down. I'm mad at you. We have New Year's to cool off. Is Mooney coming after the 10? It looks like he might be. Okay, there's catching the field. All right.
Close call.
How much time is left on the clock, producer? Oh. We got 5 minutes remaining and 11 laps to go.
We
Here's
can
the
finish
benefit,
this race
though,
in about
Taylor.
3 minutes.
You're exactly right, Taylor. Here's the benefit of the control of the races now. They could call the lights off of the pace car this time by if they wanted to, and they did just that. As Childs and Mooney exit off the pit lane, we get ready for the restart. And that's one of the things I do like, man. In years past, you used to have to wait 5 laps, 7 laps for the pace car lights on their own to show one to go. Now the director can control the flow of the race and let these drivers get back to green quickly.
They certainly can here, and we're going to see that come into play as Benny, the pace car driver, gets out of harm's way, and Barney, the flagman, will get ready to wave the green flag once again.
Now let's try to settle it again. Here is shootout time at Nashville with now under 5 minutes remaining. 10 to go here in the Blanchard's Towing 125. Burgoyne down the back straightaway. Matthew Burgoyne looking for the win. Are we going to hold on? Merrill, though, climbing back to the field. The 00 in second. Barth, McLaughlin, Conover, their single file. Jocelyn, Ricker, Current, Dyer, they're about to go 2 by 2 again.
Here they come down the back straightaway. Burgoyne trying to fight his way up through the field as he leads it once again. How about Jocelyn and Conover battling for that 7th position, or 5th position right here, as McLaughlin pulls away once again.
Single laps on the board now. Time running out on the clock and in the feature. 7, now make it 6 to go. And they come to the line. Burgoyne is the leader. Merrill is in the number 2 spot. Barth 3rd. They're single file here at Nashville, trying to bring this one to the checker flag for a send-off on 2022.
Heading down into turn 3 and 4, there you see Jocelyn and McLaughlin battling for 4th position as they come out of turn number 4 across the start-finish line. High five in the air from Barney the Flagman.
5 laps to go. Burgoyne getting the biggest restart and jump away from everyone else of the night. It now happens down the home stretch to the line. 4 remaining. There's the interval. Burgoyne looking for a checker flag in the Virtual Music City in turn 1.
Coming out of turn number 2 now as Merrill slides his way off turn 2 to hold on for 2nd place. Nathan Barth right there in hot pursuit.
3 laps to go. That battle heating up for the number 2 spot as Barth has ran him back down. Merrill's car, dirt track, and he might have wondered if he used up the tires. Caution's out. Yellow flag will fly. We might go into overtime if the clock don't expire. Caution out with 3 laps to go. A wreck has halted the finish of this race. The question is, do we got enough time to reset, or will this race finish under yellow on time?
Have to get word from our producer as
I believe Willett and Mooney and McKee have got into it with each other. We'll find out. Here's a look at the replay. Oh boy, did I call it. And they've got some history, Taylor.
oh boy.
We mentioned Mooney and McKee. Not having kind words at one another, and there's McKee and Mooney. McKee and Mooney will definitely not be singing Old Lang Syne with one another to ring in the new year, even if via text or call in the next couple of days. They have got 1 minute remaining on the time clock. Taylor, every effort valuable made possible. I think this race is going to finish with probably 2 or 1 laps to go. They're going to come up short.
They are going to come up short by the looks of it here, and it's a bummer
Pace
that
car lights are off.
Pace car lights are off, but will it be enough time left?
I think they're going to have a 1 lap. I think we're going to see a 1 lap rock'em sock'em virtual robot battle to determine this win here. It's going to be close. They got to get the pace car out of the way. They got to beat the timer to get a 1 lap shootout. I think they're going to get 1 lap. I don't think they're going to be able to make it. They might be coming to the caution. There's the checker. Time is up. Green flag. It's a 1 lap shootout. 1 lap shootout. I called it. Burgoyne and Merrill. Final time of the back straightaway.
Merrill tries to catch up, but he's running out of time as they come out of turn number 4. Matthew Burgoyne will take home the checkered flag here in the Music City.
Matthew Burgoyne, a 1 lap shootout, will come to the line. He will win the Blanchard's Towing 125. I fought the clock and I won. Burgoyne says that in his cockpit virtually. Merrill will settle for that number 2 spot. He could not run him down. And Matthew Burgoyne, so many times this year, we've talked to him in the runner-up spot or in the top 3 podium or even snake bit down the stretch. Tonight, he finds himself in victory lane, winner of the final race of 2022 era for iRacing on LSRTV and for the fiscal season of the Maine Sim Racing Series. Let the celebration begin for car number 38 and a 1 lap shootout. Well, eventful race, no doubt about it, Taylor Burris, as Burgoyne celebrates on the front straightaway.
As deservingly so, he'll take home the checkered flag. What a way for him to cap off the season. Or actually the calendar year.
Here is your unofficial results here tonight at Nashville. Matthew Burgoyne getting the win. PJ Merrill in the number 2 spot. Nathan Barth will go 3rd. Jocelyn McLaughlin, your top 5. Conover, Currett, Rickard, Dyer, and Conley. Top 10 here at Nashville when it's said and done unofficially.
In the 11th position is Gleason Smith with Corey Bubar in 12th position. Scott Tapley, 13th. Jack McKee in 14th. Stephen Allen, 15th. Cody Childs, 16th position. Kyle Mooney in 17th. Caleb Willett, the last car on the lead lap, in 18th with Matt Mingo and Chris Fortier, rounding out your top 20.
And 25 cars took the green. That includes Max Cookson, Dylan Turner, David Greenleaf, Tyler Jordan, Jake Plummer. Along with that is the rundown when it's all said and done at the end of that 25-car field for 125 laps. They did make the distance. Let's take a look one more time at the Press Box Motorsports Podcast race summary in total tonight. Bottom left, 14 cautions, a 1 lap shootout, 1 lead change, as me and Taylor reiterated on, and that was when Dominique Currett led most of the race until they pitted, changing tires, and in doing so, it put Matthew Burgoyne up in front and holding off the likes of Merrill, Barth, Jocelyn, and others. Conover, Currett at one time couldn't come back to the field, and he will join them in victory lane. That's why there was only 1 lead change. Coming up, it is the Press Box Motorsports Podcast post-race update. We'll grab a word with our top 3, and we will set the stage for what will be our final send-off on 2022. We'll take a quick break. This is iRacing on LSRTV. A wild race tonight for the Maine Sim Racing Series. The Blanchard's Towing 125 is over. Matthew Burgoyne is the final winner of 2022. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll welcome you back to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway coverage of the Maine Sim Racing Series and the Blanchard Showing 125 in the books. iRacing on LSRTV. I'm Wesley Outland, of course, Taylor Burris alongside. It is time for the finish. It used to be finish line. It is now the Press Box Motorsports Podcast. Don't kill me, Charles. I've just been so used for a whole year saying that. The Press Box Motorsports Podcast. Everything coming up in January of 2023. Virtual reality race talk on Facebook and YouTube. We have it coming again in 2023. Just one of the new great ideas, part of iRacing and LSRTV broadcast coverage along with Rocket Racing Media. Let's go to the third place man, Nathan Barth. Oh, wow. Crazy race. Beat the clock, beat the time. Got yourself a top 3 podium. Got to be a good way to close out the year. Third place, Nathan, in 37.
Yeah, it was a good run. It was actually kind of a mess. I've been struggling with connection issues all night. I was supposed to start on in the 6th spot, but my computer crashed right as we were about to grid, so I actually ended up missing the start and starting from the pit. So started shotgun and finished 3rd from God knows where after that chaos. I'm pretty happy.
Well, with Barth, I got to ask you, you were able to avoid the chaos. Do you feel like that this track here provides a unique challenge for just about everybody? Because we saw pretty much very few green flag runs here. And what are some of the ways that you were able to overcome some of the chaos that ensued?
Well, it was just, the place is tough because you run both corners very different. Down in 3 and 4, you kind of pin it on the bottom, but through 1 and 2, you kind of run it up to the middle. And there's a big bump off of turn number 2 that if you hit it right, it'll send the car out sideways, which I think was where a lot of the problems stem from. So just trying to avoid the bumps and have my head on a swivel, so make sure no one else around me is causing a little bit of damage. But we got a couple small incidents here and there, but we were able to push through and have a good finish.
Hey, got to be a exciting race, no doubt about it. Avoiding the trouble. Talk about just being able to do that and somehow, some way getting this big win here tonight. On the podium. It's got to be a win for you because it's things to work for 2023.
Yeah, this was a good boost for us. The last couple weeks have been kind of messy. We started off the season good, finished 4th, I believe, at USA, and then the last couple weeks it's just been, get wrecked out, have issues with hardware, and just little things like that. So to come home with a good finish in P3, I'm very pleased.
All right, man, before I let you go, thank your sponsors.
I'd like to thank Bear Brothers Construction, the Beach Ridge Barbershop, New Energy Solutions, Quinn's Installation, D.O. Roke Heating LLC, Welch Services, Lucky's V-Twin, OL Photos, Welch Services, and Sanborn Racing Enterprises.
Well, he sounds like a race car real driver there when it's all said and done. A top 3 finish for Nathan Barth again on the 3rd spot for car number 37, no doubt. And again, as I mentioned, some of these drivers in Maine are real race car drivers at that, and of course they do enjoy this series during the off season. Thanks again. PJ Merrill, buddy, wild race. At one time, you and Dominique Curry battling for the win. Got to settle for 2nd. It's like what Cal Naughton said to Ricky Bobby. Nothing wrong with silver, or is it?
I'm not upset with it, but I'm not happy with it, But not a bad run at a track I really don't like, so take it.
Well, PJ, what's the difficulty that you don't like about racing here in Nashville, I have to say, and presents that unique challenge? We talked, of course, to Barth about it. What is it for you that makes it so difficult?
I really struggle with opening up the center because I feel like I'm just burning the right front off it, and I end up just pinching it off and screwing up my exit. But that's a big thing I struggle with. But I think I got 3 and 4 down, but 1 and.
Well, we close off here and we head off to Irwindale to kick off your next time you guys are back out on the racing track. Anyone you would like to say thank you to and thoughts about heading over to California in a couple of weeks?
I like Irwindale. It's a good place. I just hope we don't have to run the bottom. But yeah, I'd like to thank Rowan Sons Trucking, Sean Kimball for putting this all on, and you guys for streaming it.
Well, again, there's the thoughts of the driver of Mr. PJ Merrill, the 00. No doubt about it. Strong effort, strong suit. And he'll finish in the number 2 position, runner-up of the race here tonight. Winner, victory lane of the Blanchard's Towing, 125 for the final race of the Maine Sim Racing Series of 2022. And iRacing on LSRTV broadcast coverage. The driver of the number 83, Matthew Burgoyne. Congratulations to you, buddy. Man, I know this has got to be exciting for you. Car number 38 has had so many times in the Press Box Motorsports Podcast post-race interviews, being on the podium, second, third, top 5, frustrated, took it out. How's it feel to get a win to close out the year in a wild race here at Nashville?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Yeah, definitely like to come up to you too. Finally, nice to come on top, but it's kind of a little stressful there because I've lost at least 2 races to PJ specifically on fuel mileage, and I was cutting it a little bit close on fuel there. Didn't know if we were going to make it. We were shutting the engine off during the race. When I would get off the gas, I would reach over and shut the engine off and roll the center and turn it back on. I needed to get back on the gas. Able to save just enough fuel. If we had another green check here, it would have been very interesting. If we had one less caution, it would have been very interesting. PJ probably came up with that.
Of course, one thing we have to talk about, Michael, Matthew, with this amazing racing track, you know, a great way to round out the year. Like we talked about, you were so close a couple times, the bridesmaid a few times, to cap off the calendar year for this season before we head off into 2023. What do we expect to see from you?
Hopefully we can end up a bit more times. I had to miss a couple of races there. I got lost a couple points. So hopefully we can, don't have to work anymore Wednesdays or Wednesday nights, and we can try to claw our way back up to the point standing and hopefully get more wins.
I'll tell you what, Matthew, final question, man, and you segue that into your sponsors. As I mentioned, this has got to be a nice way to close out 2022 and carry this momentum into the Maine Sim Racing Series. I know you enjoy running with this tour, and I know a win has been something you've been wanting for a while.
Yeah, I really think just totally recovered sponsor the race. Really cool for people to come on and sponsor this race so you can broadcast it. Thank you, Sean, for putting on, and you guys for making it an awesome broadcast. I always enjoy watching it, tomorrow night when we're having supper. You guys put on a good show.
Well, thank you very much, buddy. Matthew Burgoyne will finish in victory lane, and again, that will wrap up what is the post-race wrap-up known as the Press Box Motorsports Podcast. Remember, coming to Facebook and YouTube in 2023, and everything from virtual to racing talk, real chat, more. And again, we thank so much those fine drivers. Again, a great job for the series when it's all said and done. Taylor Burris, this is the final race of 2022. It would be only fitting that I bring in Charles Wooten, our producer, commander-in-chief, along with Jeff Stabnow, Rocket Racing Media, and iRacing on LSRTV. We close an era, Charles, and we've got a lot of great things, big things planned coming up for 2023, my friend.
Yes, I cannot reveal them. I would have to kill people. They're big. That's all they need to know. I'm a man of few words.
Okay, a man of few words. And if he told you, he'd have to kill you if you heard. So, hey, Sean Kimball, we bring you into the fold, man. How cool is it to have the Maine Sim Racing Series be the final send-off of 2022? Thrills, spills, wrecks, chills, but a fun race here tonight at Nashville, no doubt, in the Blanchard's Towing 125. Hope you had a great Christmas, my friend, up in the north. By the way, take that damn cold weather and put it back up where you're at. We're freezing to death in the Carolinas. We're ready for the warm weather to come back again. No, I'm just messing, my friend. Awesome series you have of the Maine Sim Racing Series, and what a fun race here tonight at Nashville.
Yeah, it was a good fun race. A lot of action. Everybody enjoyed watching it. Thank you to Chris Blanchard and Blanchard's Towing for making tonight's race possible, and thank you for you guys for the great work that you always do. And it's pretty cool to be the last race of 2022, and I hope 2023 is more good racing for us. It should be as well. Taylor Burris, 2 races in a row, final 2 races of the year. We work together. Your take of tonight's race, and man, I hope you have a great New Year's weekend, my friend, and we look forward to working together again a lot in 2023, especially as my color analyst in season number 10 for the Maine for the Northwest Racing Series Truck Division.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see how all the action. It's been great to come on board for the last 2 races of the 2022 calendar year for LSRTV. Really looking forward to see what the future holds, and pretty much excited to see what 2023 brings for all of us.
It certainly is, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we want to thank you all so much. We want to thank all the people that are on our broadcast crew throughout this year. That includes, of course, Charles Wooten, our producer, Commander-in-Chief, Jeff Stabnow, President of iRacing on LSRTV and Rocket Racing Media. Thanks also to people that include Sean Breitzman, Alexander Solomon, BJ Duvall, Taylor Burris again, Justin Prince, Terry Radford, Jason John Rockefeller, Tyler Glass, Tim Smith, Brockton Packard, James Vining, along with other broadcasters that we've worked with throughout this entire year as we move into a new year. Make it a great one. Make it a successful one. And on behalf of everybody at iRacing on LSRTV, Happy New Year. Be safe. We'll see you in 2022. Our broadcast coverage once again tonight is brought to you by the Press Box Motorsports Podcast, official podcast of LSRTV, coming to Facebook and YouTube in 2023. Tune in and join the discussion as we talk about the latest hot topics. And Kaufman Creative, when you need a quality website at a reasonable price, Kaufman Creative is the place to go. From small sim racing leagues to NASCAR teams like Mike Harmon Racing, Brandon Kaufman has you covered with Kaufman Creative. And tonight's race again presented by Blanchard's Towing and Recovery. Call Blanchard's Towing for all of your towing and recovery needs, and they service all of Central Maine and beyond. For Taylor Burris, I'm Wesley Outland. Thanks to Charles Wooten on the production. God bless you all. Happy New Year. It's time for a reset in life, virtual or sim. We will see you in 2023 next Tuesday night with Super Late Models and the Crown Jewel Series at Martinsville.